for everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome, interwebs. It looks like time for some tech banditry. Once I've got myself all sorted out. All right, hang on. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do... What if I do this for a second here? Hang on a second. I've got to go to the black. Oh, I've got to go to the black one. Black screen. I'm going to go over here. Do I have a camera on this one as well? What if I do? Hang on. Almost there. Almost slightly set up. Slightly, almost. How's that? There you go. You can play with that one for the time being. Let's go to camera 2 then. All right. So you can have that. You can watch me playing with all my computers here. So we switch back to the other one. So that switches my USB inputs. So I've got different USB inputs. This one will change this. Hey, we got Gimpy God. Gimpy G, how are you, sir?
I am very good. How are you?
Very good. Let me see if I can. Can I drag you into this chat? We've got the vibe pup in here. If I drag you into there, does that work? No, it doesn't. Huh.
So,
Oh, hello. Oh dear. If I just. Oh man. Okay, hang on a second. Let me just drag you into here. Whoa, did I?
You can't drag me into a call. Is that what you're saying?
I'm trying to. There we go. Wait a second. This is what I want to do.
Who are you trying to send the invite to?
I
It's
think I
because
just invited Gimpy G.
because you can't drag him in. It's because then if he's sleeping, you can just bring him in and just start
I was
giving him
literally
nightmares.
just talking to him, and I think I hung up on him. But I think I've sent an invite now, so I think he's all right.
Oh, because I was going to say that would be weird if you could drag people in, because you could like drag them into the call and then give them nightmares by start creeping them out by playing creepy
the
music.
nightmares they will have. Gimpy G.
I'm back again.
Yeah, sorry, man. I thought I could drag you in. Instead, I just hung up on you.
That's okay.
I just
It was
wanted
way
to
more
say
fun.
Yes, go
the
ahead.
reason why the VR wasn't working is because it wasn't plugged in.
The reason it wasn't working was because the VR wasn't plugged in. Well, that, it's like one of those phones where they say, like, have you tried turning it off and turning it back on again? It's the go-to. It's always a cabling thing. All right, have I got that going? I do. Oh, look at that. Fantastic. All right.
I need to wait for tomorrow for my dad to be able to unplug his airbrush that he doesn't use.
Oh, yeah. What happened there?
He uses it, but like we can put one of those things that make it so the outlet can have more than just two ports.
Are you out of plugs on the wall? Is that basically it?
Yeah, but I don't know why my other one isn't connecting. Because I have everything connected. I have the bases I have one of them in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Working. Well, not working. It's not connecting. So I need to wait till tomorrow.
I see. Why on earth are you not working, little evil keyboard? There we go. Now it is. Everything's been a little touchy today for some reason.
I really want to get hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades.
Yeah, what is this? This is a VR game you've got of some craziness?
I don't have it yet, but it's like you get these realistic guns and you're trying to kill hot dogs.
Holy moly. You're trying to kill hot dogs. What is it? Oh my gosh. Thank you, everybody. People seem to have already put us on a hype train. That's rather nice of them.
Oh, the cool thing is, the reason why they are hot dogs is because they were having trouble modeling a human, so they just said, why not go with hot dogs? Because
that's like the Minecraft creeper. Wasn't that originally they were trying to do a pig, and it screwed up, and they
like,
oh, that's kind of cool. Let's have them blow up and kill people.
Apparently, hot dogs now have guns, and but it looks really fun.
Relish guns, ketchup guns.
No, real guns with 50 caliber guns.
Is that my eyebrow or is that my hair? Oh my god, my eyebrows have got so long that they get in my vision. Gimpy G, beat that. When you start seeing your eyebrows out of the corner of your eyes, you know it's time for a little clipping.
Yeah, or you think somebody's sneaking up on your left.
That's
and
it.
it's ear hair. Oh my god.
Or like you start like running back and going like this because you think a spider is crawling down your face. That's when to stop. So Gimpy G, you made the headlines of today's show notes, by the way.
No way.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I got a story for us.
That is great.
I realize I never actually got to send the email, so I will have to send it later. But
that's fine.
But I got a couple.
Oh yeah, I had. Sorry for cutting you off, but
No,
I just thought of it. I had a good topic that would probably be fun to talk about.
Ooh, what have you got?
What if
Wolf Pups always got good ones. What are you today? Vibe? What are you now?
I am just Vib.
Vib. I like Vib. Vib's easy. I like that.
I was thinking of what if the military used a really, really realistic VR game to teach the military people, how to reload guns and all that.
Do you think I feel like they were already doing
Done
that.
that. Yeah.
Do you think?
I wish they released the games to the public.
Well, you want to hear really funny, not funny or weird along that line is they used to invent all these like fantastic, weapons and technologies and things. They'd have all these cool ways of controlling them, and eventually they discovered that the best way to do it was just to standardize on like an Xbox controller. So basically, I don't know if it's an Xbox controller, maybe it's a PS controller, who knows? But either PlayStation or that. But the idea basically that instead of creating controls for whatever vehicle that they're creating, they're now just going like, you know what? We know kids know how to use the Xbox, so we'll just whatever we do, the drones, whatever, like let's just have them controlled by game controllers because that's something we know everyone knows how to use. Isn't that wild?
Oh,
wild, very wild.
Why is that?
I feel
Noodles.
Hello.
Hello, Noodles.
How we all doing today?
It's Oodles of Noodles. We're good. How
Good.
you doing, Noodles?
I'm doing pretty good.
Right.
I somewhat plugged in my VR.
You've somewhat plugged in your VR. Very good.
Did you hear the news?
What's the news?
Schools are closing.
Oh, we
What?
already went ahead and closed the school ourselves, anyways. We stopped Baz going to school last week.
Oh, for a second, I said because I'm like,
But
but then I got no. At the first time, I got excited because I'm like, wait, no more school. But then I realized, wait,
No.
you're just gonna have to do online school.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
the online school is a bit spotty, I'm finding. Like Baz got a lot of downtime. When Baz's biggest accomplishment in school of the day was hitting silver in League of Legends, I think it's a bad sign.
Here's the thing. It's not that
Wait, I should be
we have
able
a
to
lot
play
of
the
downtime.
VR
It's
for.
just all the
Hang on,
time.
Gimpy, let Noodles talk for a sec.
I'm not saying nothing, buddy.
Oh, sorry, not Gimpy. Sorry,
Yeah.
there's too many damn names. Noodles, let Noodles speak. Sorry.
There's only like 4 people in this call, David. One of which is you,
That's 4 too many.
Including you.
including you.
Including me, exactly, right. Sorry,
But,
Noodles,
like-
what were you saying?
Oh, it's completely fine. But basically, I was saying that the thing with online is a lot of times it just get the stuff where your teacher rambles. So basically, usually when we're like when we are not on like in Zoom, our teacher can't be suddenly like, anyways, as I was telling you about my golf game, so that all that's cut out. So that's why there's so much extra time.
Well, so you
Just
think,
shows you how
you
much
think
time.
they do more talking or you do more talking?
Oh, honestly, considering the fact that our teacher talked like the entire first period, 50 minutes long worth of talking this morning,
Right.
basically telling us about how we have to pick up the pace and we're wasting a lot of time. Just I don't know. Are we the ones really wasting time here?
I like that approach.
I mean,
This is a
we got smart
very
guy.
long discussion about how we're wasting time at school, how you're wasting time at school. I like that.
oh my god. Well, it wasn't only on wasting time, to be fair. It was like he was talking about other things like our essays or whatever, which that's a long. We've
What
been
is-
writing these essays for a very long time because it's the first time I've ever written an essay, like a proper essay, not
Wait a sec.
just
This is the first time you've ever written a proper essay. What grade are you in?
grade 7.
Really? Because we were doing essays. Gimpy G, we were doing essays probably by grade 4, wouldn't you say?
Well, okay, here's the thing. A proper essay by our teacher told us it was an essay. I mean, I've written multiple supposed to be one paragraph things
Right.
multiple times before.
Right.
But when your teacher's actually like, this is an essay, only 3 paragraphs, you have to do all this research, and He
Oh, it's
brags.
3 paragraphs? Okay,
That's-
so you're doing the... Yeah, no problem.
Plus an introduction and like a conclusion.
I
or
remember
whatever.
having to write
Right.
a lot more. A
Yeah,
lot more.
probably.
Oh, later on, yeah, for sure.
But no, but I mean, like
I
by grade 7, you
Okay.
were writing essays like that.
Well, no, the hamburger one, that's what we called it here.
Hmm.
You guys
Oh,
probably
yeah.
called it the fish and chips and fish or something like that.
Yeah, because that's so Canadian, Gimpy.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
a
Oh, I
back
thought you-
bacon
I'm so-
sandwich, eh?
Yeah. Take off it.
So
It's the
what's the
no,
hamburger, eh,
that's a-
Gimpy?
Okay, so you got your introduction. Your hamburger is the meat that supports everything, like your information. Then the bun, the bottom
buns
bun, is the conclusion.
Yeah, we did that.
But that's
But
the
I
dullest
know.
burger ever known to man. Don't you put any like cool condiments on it or anything?
Well,
Oh, I
so
always
like
did.
what we did is like the buns are like the conclusion and the ending, and then the bodies, the paragraphs are like the meat and cheese and toppings of it. They're all like juicy and they have all the information.
I see.
David, do you have the technology to show, like, I don't know, your computer screen or an individual program on your computer screen to the stream if you ever desire?
I might. Yeah, I think I might be able to do that.
I just didn't know because
What were you
So
thinking?
here-
there was a
Here's the thing:
There's-
can he do it, or is he able to figure out how to do it? So
either way, they
can
both mean the same in this instance.
Right. What do you need, Gimpy G? What do you think? What do you want to look at? What are you looking
Well,
for?
I don't know. There was a really cool tweet / change.org thing involving you.
Really? Is that
Yeah, it was me.
something you'd like to promote? Is it?
I don't know. I just feel like
Gimpy G
feel like
has
it-
set me up big time, just so you know. How's it doing? Badly, I hope.
we've got 5 people
Five
so
people.
far that have signed up. 3 of whom I'm not even related to.
That's pretty good.
So-
5 people. What's
Yeah.
the petition called again?
It's called HAM, HAM, or H.A.M. Hewlett as Modoc.
Hewlett as Modoc. Here we go. Gimpy
Wait,
G,
so
you
what's
should
the-
be Modoc.
what's this for?
That's what's so funny for me is that I would be far better, like
Yeah,
head wise.
you've been
and
like
yet we
totally get this
stretch-
down.
So we had to stretch your head to fit in there. It's just so funny.
I can't even find it. What the hell have I got? Okay.
Well, I do have the tweet. I tweeted you.
Oh, you got the. Oh,
So-
why don't I do the tweet? I'll look at the tweet. Look at that. That's perfect.
Yeah.
I'll go to the tweet. I'll go to the tweet. The tweet.
The twit.
Do you guys do? You guys aren't on Twitter at all. Do you do Twitter at all?
No, I don't.
Do I even have social media? No, it's a waste of my time. Except for okay,
Twitter's
Fair
like
enough,
old people though, isn't it? Generally, isn't that generally the way it works?
no, I have. Okay, to be
Facebook's
fair,
old people.
I do use YouTube. I obviously I use Twitch. I mean, hello.
Of course. Here we go. We'll go to. Well, I'll show you Gimpy G's page.
And
here,
then
so you
I
know.
do also use Discord.
And you use Discord.
I-
As well. Yeah, Discord seems to be the one that most people are using now. I'm finding. All right, here we go. I'm scrolling down, and there you go. Oh, there's Father Ballister wants me to be Molecule Man. So you're already spinning like any good political campaign. There's always these little offshoot groups that want to do different things, right?
Right. Damn socialist.
Oh,
Look at there you
that's-
go. That is it. That right there. Oh, look at
Thank
that! You
you so-
added eyebrows. I never. Have
thank
eyebrows
you
already.
so much for the gifted sub, Adrian84. Thank you so much. It's very nice.
All right, here we go. So I'm going to the link now. We can see what.
Yeah,
this is
we
all
got to
about.
go to the good
Here we
spot.
go.
Okay.
Here we go. Ah, there you go. 3 people. Oh, 4 people.
Yeah, I
4
feel
people
like-
have signed. This thing's taking off.
It's going to take off now that we're really hitting it. Okay. So
I-
now if you click it, yeah.
Do I have to? What do I have to do?
No, you got it.
Yeah, there you go. That's it right here.
Oh,
So we've got. Oh,
4.
right, because you're behind a little bit on the stream, right? You're waiting. The stream is. See, what's happening now for me is instantaneous. For you guys, you actually have to wait for the streaming lag. That is a
We do.
marvelous. This petition is intended to help Marvel Studios see that David Hewlett, star of innumerable shows including Stargate Atlantis as scientist Rodney McKay, must be the actor to portray MODOK in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, not since Cinderella and her legendary slipper. Oh, what the heck? and her legendary slipper has a more perfect fit being made. Hewlett's uncanny ability to play somewhat off. What do you mean somewhat off? Somewhat off scientific geniuses with abnormally large heads is known and revered throughout the industries of television and movies. This means Mr. Hewlett has both the acting chops and facial chops necessary to depict the Marvel bad guy with an authenticity no other actor, living or animated, can. Wow. I don't know who wrote that, but they should be writing for Marvel.
I see now that is an essay, Noodles. Right there. If you need to ask me anything about essays, I'm here for you.
It's true. That was a good. It
was very good.
You know, it had, and it definitely, you were channeling a bit of Stan Lee there. You know, it had a very Stan Lee Spider-Man feel to it.
I just like to point out that.
Oh, hi.
If you Google change.org and then quotes Hewlett as MODOK, it literally does not match any documents.
I know. You can't find. You have to know specifically what the link is. Otherwise, you're in. Yeah.
Crap.
But
okay,
you know
so
why,
what I mess up,
Alan? It's because we've got this 4 people. This thing is this is a groundswell.
Four whole people.
Well, do you know what the problem with that is? That means one of my family members lied to me because I thought I had 5.
There should be at least 5. I haven't even signed it either, you know, to be fair. I sort of thought if I didn't say anything, it might go away. You know what I mean?
I like that it took you like 3 minutes. Oh, you added the eyebrows. They seem natural for a minute there, but then you're like, wait a minute.
No, those are some serious eyebrows. Serious eyebrows. How are you, Alan?
I'm still trying to find this page.
Oh, you haven't found it yet? Okay, let me give you a link.
What? Everyone sign it. We need more.
Copy.
I'm just like, how
can it?
How can the Google Foo not?
The Google Foo can't find it.
Okay,
it's true.
It can't. It literally can't find it.
I messed it up, Alan, because I went too clever. I made up a little acronym because what's an actor that overacts called a ham, right?
No, I get it.
I made the acronym HAM, Hewlett as
you went too deep. You went too.
I went too deep.
Inceptioned. Or whatever it's called. You tenanted.
I'm digging the Groucho. Digging the Groucho marks.
The Groucho brows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
oh my God,
my Groucho brows.
That's the long link.
Isn't that the longest link ever? Why is it so long?
I don't know.
Is it wrong? Is it the wrong link? Does it work?
Breaking the Google Foo.
Yeah, I would have to say that I would give Gimpy G's marketing skills a 0.
A 0 on that. There's like no
marketing. Your online marketing skills. Let's hope it Twitch channel's easier to find.
I mean, people might pay you, Gimpy. People might pay you if they wanted their page to not appear in Google search results.
That's true. You could be like the stealth. You could be like the stealth bomber of internet marketing.
Yeah, you found the secret.
El Chapo paid me a lot to do his, so that's probably explains it.
That's where he makes all of his money. That's why he's got a 3090 and we don't. Oh my gosh, I've got some thank yous to do. I should say, Andre.
Yeah, I just want to say, someone gifted me a sub, and I said thank you, but no one paid attention.
Oh, you're the best.
We totally paid
attention.
So
much politer than everyone else.
I am very polite. Thank you. I'm never mean.
Andre Ann, who I believe is that Andre Ann extended. Thank you very, very much. It's not your birthday today, is it, Andre Ann? Is that right?
Someone texted me today and said happy birthday, Emily. So
Really?
Yeah.
And you don't even know that person. So
no, I mean it's not even my birthday.
Is it not your birthday?
My birthday's in like January.
Oh, okay.
My birthday is in September.
Oh, speaking of which,
yes,
David, I have a box with your name on it.
You have what?
I have a box
that sort
here.
of scares me. I'm gonna
box
be
with
honest.
your name on it? Is it like a
It's got your name?
What?
It's got your name on it.
Really?
So
yeah.
Interesting.
What type of box?
Is
yeah. It's something David and I have talked about on the last stream.
What? I don't remember what we were talking about now.
I wasn't here, so
the coffin from the vampires. It's the vampire's coffin, but for David.
There's something for him to open on a certain day.
It's a steak for killing vampires.
I thought you meant like meat. I was no, I don't think this is not refrigerated. I don't think this is gonna last.
Steak for my birthday though. It's true. Hey, yeah, because my birthday's coming up.
Yeah.
When is your birthday?
This is a birthday box.
It is.
Aw.
Wait, when's your birthday?
My birthday is on the 18th.
Of April?
And really, all I really want from everybody is just for them to sign the MODOK petition, if they can find it.
It's of April?
April the 18th. Yeah.
Oh. I thought it was in like May or something.
No.
Actually, no, it was.
Congratulations. Happy birthday. Now pay your damn taxes.
That's it. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically how it works for me. That's how we roll here for birthday and tax time. Now.
Oh, is April tax time? I wouldn't know. I don't even have to pay taxes that aren't on food and items I buy in the store.
Well, you wait. Just wait, Noodles, because as soon as you start up your streaming empire, they'll be after your money.
Well, I plan to disappear mysteriously from the world about around the time I have to start paying taxes.
I see.
In
What's up, Wolf Pup?
In the Ironham server, I don't remember who, but someone, Andre Laura, sent me a trailer called Wolf Pup Limited.
What? Okay, wait, I need to see this. Where is it?
David, can I butt in for a second? Just say, can you turn your volume up on the stream because you're very quiet.
Who's quiet?
Everyone on the stream is yelling at you, saying, "Turn up your volume. Turn up your volume."
You're quiet.
Look,
I'm far away from my mic.
I mean, you're really loud. You should turn down your volume.
So I should be even lower, basically. What you're saying?
What? No.
You seem okay this time.
It's fine on Discord. On the actual stream, he's very quiet. I'm going to butt out back out. I'm going to go back to do some more.
Oh, it's on the stream only.
Hi,
not on
James.
Discord.
It was nice to see you.
But James, I had so many questions.
Oh, for some reason
Oh
it
my
does.
god.
In
That's
Tech Bandits
amazing.
Live, I
It definitely
just
sets
sent
it lower, that's for sure. David, your audio keeps going up and down, kind of low. How's that? Is that better for everyone? Everyone happy? now?
Also, I've been watching a new show and it's very interesting.
What's it called?
Brain Games. It's about your brain.
Oh, Brain
and how
Games.
it works.
Baz and I were watching that for a while. There's some really fun stuff there, like how your brain tricks you and stuff.
Yeah, and how you're not actually seeing what you're seeing, and how this is the perfect speed of your brain going. Because if it went too fast, your life would be very short. It wouldn't feel like you're there for long at all.
Really? It would. So the way the speed that our brain processes dictates how long we feel like we've been alive.
Let me think about that.
I heard a very cool thing. Yeah.
Speaking of shows, on April 23rd.
What's April 23rd?
On April 23rd, the Netflix series Shadow and Bone is coming out. So for anyone that's interested, if anyone's ever heard me talk about Lee Bardugo and the whole Six of Crows thing.
Oh, the book thing.
Then there's a Netflix series that has been like the author likes the series, so that's good.
Yeah, because the series is paying them.
Well, probably. I mean, but
was this Brain Games National Geographic?
So basically, the author.
Yes.
If you want to see what I'm blabbing about, and on April 23rd, you can.
So everyone should go and check that out and see if they like it. Is
Everyone
it it's sci-fi fantasy stuff?
Sci-fi fantasy on Netflix. It's amazing. If you like the show, you'll like the books better, most likely. So read the books.
Right. I always like the books better.
This is a very shameless plug to totally read the books, because then I have someone else to talk to.
I need someone to talk to, and then Alan's gonna go off and watch all the Brain Games. Alan, you'll probably like the Brain Games. It's like it's light, but it's got some fun stuff.
But it's heavy and
But
dark.
We're talking about the same one, right? Like the 8 seasons of it. Or
Yeah,
whatever?
it's just a bunch of basically like it does like maybe 1 or 2 experiments every time, and they just sort of explain stuff. Yeah.
When
it's
I
kind of like
I
Mythbusters.
binged it
Yeah,
for
it's very Mythbusters. Yeah.
I binged it for like 2 hours, and my brain was hurting from all the information.
That's right. You could do a whole other
brain-
episode on that. Oh, by the way, I have to say
That's
thank you to
kinda
Norm. Thank you to Norm. Much
My brain just
appreciated.
hurts from my teacher talking so much.
And Crazy
How
Killer,
many-
thank you very much.
How many
And
no's
Cheryl
are there,
Cohen,
Norm?
thank you very much. And Andre Ann, who I've already thanked. I will say thank you again. I think that's if I got everyone. Oh my gosh, no, Andre Ann again. Oh my God, they're going crazy there. Thank you, Andre Ann. I didn't realize there were so many. And then finally, who else we got? Ruby K. Thank you, Ruby K.
Ruby.
All right, I think that's everybody. I think I got it. I think I'm up to date now. So nobody do anything else exciting.
May I ask Alan a question? Because he's our computer guru whiz, right?
Oh boy, here we go.
You just step straight into it, Alan.
That's okay.
There we go. If our brains we're able to process more quickly, or say do several processes per fire, like a computer, it seems to me our lives would appear longer because we're able to contemplate more in the same amount of time. We could have memories, we could have forethoughts, all these things. So I don't understand what, unless Wolfpup totally screwed everything up.
I mean that makes sense.
Yeah, because I think like the more things that were happening in your day, the longer the day would feel. You're saying?
Yeah, but guess what? That makes sense logically. But I mean,
well, what
is that? You've just like decided to dismiss logic entirely? Is that it? You know, logically.
I reject your reality and substitute my own.
I mean, if you're talking about humans, but you know, not when it comes to fairies.
I mean, like think about like when does anything really make sense? So
when do things really make sense? This isn't Fantasy Bandits, for God's sake.
What I mean by that is if you're processing more stuff, maybe the work that it's doing to process that stuff it's like not like having you feel like you lived a long time. Like instead of doing that, it's like
there's an interesting thing.
I mean, if you're working on a thing and you're like in the zone and you're like, usually the result of that is you've gotten a lot accomplished in a short time. Right?
Really? For me, it's more just like, oh no, I'm in the zone. Look where my 5 hours have gone.
Well,
that's ADHD.
That happens to me a lot. So I guess that would explain a lot.
I mean, in the productive zone.
Right.
No, I'm being productive.
Or even just the well, because one of the things with ADHD is you do get like these crazy intense focus periods where you can focus on something very, very well for long periods of time, often too long, and then it's gone. And then it's like forget it, it's half finished, and you move on. But there's a new thing.
I find I start to get really productive as soon as the school day's ending.
Same.
It's like Baz starts to wake up just about the time that we say you should go to bed.
I swear, as soon as like. I'm like, you know what? I'm getting into my groove. It's like, okay, we're leaving now. I'm like, excuse me?
Right.
Okay. This is my expert mode because remember I have a degree in mathematics and another degree in educational psychology.
Gimpy just flexing again.
Yeah, just flexing.
Flexing. Boom. So if we truly wanted to teach kids, especially young teens up through teenhood, we would start school about 3:00.
Oh yeah. Wait, not 3:00. That's way too late.
Well, let's say. Well, that's what it said. That's the studies. If you want to start it,
darn
2
studies.
or 3, because your guys' brains just don't start going right after you wake up. You gotta give yourself time, and you have different sleep schedules, things like that.
I did hear that later start times were better for learning.
Those darn hormones are messing up our brains. Though to be honest, people usually be like, oh, teenagers, that's just how they are. No, you realize we can be rational too. Maybe you're the one being irrational. Ever think about that?
Oh boy, that sounds like a teenager, all right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Going back to the brain thing and the speed of your life, there was an interesting thing that came up in Eagleman's book on the brain where he talks about how when something like traumatic happens, when there's an accident or something, people talk about like everything slowed down and you could see all the details and it's as if time slowed down.
Like fright response. You know what I mean?
Well, yes. If you're in a high stress or dangerous situation, people talk about it like if they have a fall or a car accident, that kind of stuff. And he did an experiment where he would basically like push people off. Off of ledges, attached to harnesses or whatever, and they would.
I thought you were gonna say he pushes them off cliffs.
Off cliffs randomly. How does it feel? Slow or fast? And
some random person's just sitting on the edge of the hill. He just comes and kicks them off.
He just kicks them
off. How does it feel?
That's science. Thank you for helping science, the science of the brain. But he set up an experiment where he could see where they could actually track how fast or how slow time was moving for them. And they discovered that time moved at exactly the same speed for them as it did for anyone else. But that potentially the way our brain was processing that time, because they're in like full emergency mode, that the brain is storing memories in a different way. So you're getting a much more detailed picture.
This proves my point. that time seems to slow down the more you're processing and storing, the more quickly you're thinking. So if you're jazzed up and processing more, time seems to slow down. That's my point. I win. Noodles, you lose. Bye.
Oh my God!
me?
Thank you, Batchel.
You can't just like go up.
I win, you
somewhere
lose. You didn't even.
Yeah, you forgot to say Stampy's no erases. I think that's what you forgot.
Oh, dang it. No,
I win, you lose.
Remember who you're talking to. Remember who you're talking to, David. Wolf Pup loves the Hitman game. It's true. I got to be careful with that.
Okay.
Sometimes I forget that like I'm the child.
I don't like the Hitman game.
I never
anymore.
forget. I never forget I'm the child.
I went out of my Hitman, but now I'm going into my shooting hot dogs in VR.
Yeah. Who makes this game? What is this game called? It's called Hot Dogs and Hand Grenades.
Hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades. It's basically there are these hot dogs. You have a gun.
You always have a gun. Wolf Pup, you don't have to say that about the games you play anymore. We just know right away it's got a gun. It's always going to have a gun.
No, I actually have. I've played like 1 or 2 games without a gun. Oh, no, I played a Minecraft mod with guns. Never mind.
Oh, man, the guns are high detail. I'm going to show you. I'll give people the link. Here you go.
The guns are really high detailed, and it just looks really fun being able to just kill these hot dogs that have done everything wrong to me. They have done everything wrong to me. I didn't like them when I had them for my first time.
You didn't like hot dogs?
No, I love hot dogs.
Oh, okay, I was going to say, because I think I might have to kick you out of Tech Bandits for that.
They are my birthday
I'm just gonna stay quiet on that matter. Okay?
Hot dogs are already very dead. It's true. Why does my camera insist on focusing on the creepy robot behind me and not on me?
Because it'd rather look at the creepy robot.
Yeah, but I mean, so would I. But come on.
Oh my God.
I mean, short of like standing in front of it, even then it doesn't want to. No, it's given up. It's given up on me. That seems to be the way it works. It's decided to give up on me entirely.
Hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades is basically a very tactical thing, and you can spawn. Not very tactical. You can play it tactical or however you want. You can play it with very tactical, like suppressors and everything.
It's a super realistic gun simulator.
Or you can just play it full auto with, like, a gun that sucks up the hot dogs and then spits them out at other hot dogs.
I see. That's the funny thing is, there's still a part of me that maybe it's just the way I was brought up or something, but I have like I just feel slightly uncomfortable about the gun stuff still for some reason. Is that just me? Is that a grown-up thing, or what is that?
No.
I don't really care about guns in games as long as I'm not shooting a real person.
You know that everyone seems to think they'd rather be looking at the robot. Like, basically, just in the chat, everyone's like, no, the robot's better looking than you, says Tweety Row. Well, we'll just bring him up a little bit more then, won't we? Put him a little closer. There you go. You could just.
I really just like the robot is better.
Just focus on the robot. Now I feel like I'm doing that Mystery Science Theater 2000, whatever the hell it is. All right.
You want the robot? Here's the robot.
Here's your robot.
Now the robot is going to do Tech Bandits. Wait,
I will send the robot to your house.
Actually do that?
We do need non-lethal weapons. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't it be cool if there were weapons that could work as efficiently and as quickly as a gun, but doesn't actually kill the person?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool?
I mean,
rubber bullets to the head, maybe.
But maybe rubber bullets could still really. Rubber bullet to the head could kill you, right?
No, I'm pretty sure if you don't.
Gimpy God's got an idea.
I'm sorry about this vibe. This just hit me. What if we had a gun that just hurt people's feelings? Noodles, get on that because I've seen you with David.
It's true.
I think this is your.
I think that weapon we could just call her Noodles.
I will take that as a compliment. Thank you.
Bring out the noodle gun.
No, I would rather have a gun that shoots and I wouldn't want to just hurt their feelings. I would want to hurt them physically, but not enough to hurt them deathly.
Wouldn't it be? But here's my thing is, I keep thinking there's all these. Whenever you hear about these attacks or even knife attacks in the States, the suspect always ends up being shot. And I just keep thinking, like, if we could just talk to these people and study them,
yeah,
we could maybe find out more about why they do the things they do, so we can stop it from happening.
Because I feel like if you're gonna stab someone, there's obviously something wrong. There's nothing. There can't be any. There has to be something wrong.
Like, let's do a brain scan. Let's find out as much as we can about them.
It doesn't have to be like. It could be. It could be any multitude of things. It could be you have a problem, you have like some problem mentally, or it could be maybe that person was threatening you, or there's another problem like that, right? Like,
okay, I just need to say this because Detroit Become Human comes to that. None of them are just killing because of they're bored. They're killing it's because either they were abused and all that, and were like, basically like they didn't like the android, they did anything they could to get rid of it. So then it just drives them to killing their owner.
That was the androids.
Yeah.
But what about humans, though? You think humans the same thing? Abuse?
I feel like the humans would like, if they're rude and all that, then yeah, they would want to not exactly kill, but maybe like hurt them, because like,
isn't there a thing that's like if you're like abused, it's hard to break out of that sort of cycle?
There's definitely some evidence that says that that people that abusers abuse, and that there can be sort of a chain to that, but it's not, as Ruby K says, it doesn't mean that people automatically do it. So there must be more to it than just like their experience.
It drives them to do it. It's because they're like, yeah, I was abused. I'm alive. You can suffer.
Well, I think everyone has to have some sort of reason. Like, most people, I mean, I could be wrong, but most people don't go around, like, don't stab people just on a general basis, I think.
Not
I don't
certainly
know.
In my experience, that generally isn't the way it goes, yeah.
Usually,
I mean, unless you're playing a game with Wolf Pup, and then he's whatever weapon he's got, basically.
Yeah.
Usually, I don't just walk up to
maybe
someone and I just decide, feel like stabbing you right now.
Yeah.
There has to be reasons, and I think if we could
some
figure
people
out those
do
reasons,
it in the game, it's because, does anybody know the Zodiac?
The Zodiac Killer?
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not personally.
No. Did they catch him eventually?
I think
escaped or something, but like they figured out the puzzle he gave her.
And then he got those hands that had scissors on them, and then he comes in your dreams, right?
I thought scissor hands. Isn't he really nice?
I was thinking more Five Nights at Freddy's. It's not right, is it?
Yeah.
Freddy Krueger.
I thought the Zodiac Liefant. Like, I thought he killed Self because he's like thought it was a game, and he said in one of his Zodiacs, he said, "You're gonna be my slaves in hell."
Yoicks.
People are chunky joined at the best time.
It's funny. I used to read a lot of stuff about. I don't know why I was obsessed with the serial killer stuff. I thought it was really. I don't know. There's something really interesting about it. And then I think probably relating to having a child, I have no interest in reading about it anymore. But I think what's interesting, I'll give you one example of something that I thought was kind of interesting, was that one of the guys, there was a very famous, Alan, you'll probably know, or Gimpy will know, there was a shooting at a school in like the 60s or 70s, where the guy was in a bell tower and was shooting down at people, sniping.
Yeah, Kent State.
Was that it?
I believe so.
And he wrote a letter before he did that. And in the letter, he asked that his brain, that when he died, that there would be an autopsy on his, and that they would look at his brain. And they looked at his brain, and this guy who had a basically normal, boring life up until then, there was a tumor on his brain, pushing up against a portion of the brain that handled aggression and the processing of consequences or something. But there was definitely a specific area of the brain that this thing was applying pressure to. And there was another study done where, and there was a lot of debate about this, because people were like, I don't know if we should be doing this to people in prison, but a guy did MRI scans, so multiple resonance it's imaging, I believe. So basically, X-rays of brains of people in prisons, and started seeing definite patterns in behavior and brain wiring, so to speak. So people who had been smoking a lot of crack or doing meth or doing specific drugs, you could actually see the sort of the effect it has had on the brain. And then there were people with obvious like tumors or growths or lesions or all that kind of stuff as well. Obviously, not everybody who committed crimes were had some sort of visible brain issue, but his sort of thoughts on it was that perhaps we should be looking at this stuff a little bit more carefully because it could lead to a lot less people in prison and a lot more people.
First of all, there's a ton of people that are wrongly convicted, so that's one thing.
What was that? Sorry, I missed that. What was that?
There's tons of people that are like wrongly convicted, so that's one thing.
Right. Well, there's definitely sort of racial and societal issues there. Yeah.
One other thing quickly before Wolf Pup is, I agree. The thing with prisons is why, like, if someone has something that's wrong or something that's not working or something that there's a problem, putting them in a jail cell and locking them with a bunch of other people that have these problems without help isn't going to fix anything. It's just going to make it worse, if anything.
Right. But at the same time, I guess, just to play devil's advocate here, but do you want them moving in next door?
Well, yeah, there was something in the Dogman book. I'm not going to spoil it, but like if you go to it, it's not like dumb. It's actually kind of a thing to think about. Most people that get like convicted go to jail. They can't get back to society, so it runs them to do it again because like you can't get a job, you can't get a house. No, not much people are gonna really want to talk to you because they're scared that you're gonna hurt them.
So there's a cycle to it.
Once you go to jail, it's like you can't do anything, and then there's a cycle, and then it's like, well,
right.
I can't do anything if I can't live if I don't steal this thing, and then you steal the thing, and then you go back to jail, and then right? It's like
the thing is, most of the people that go to jail, you don't just do a crime for no reason unless, which we said, something is happening in your brain. I also wanted to announce I didn't kill a fly yesterday. I thought about it and then I said no.
Really? And what were you thinking about?
I just want to say
I was thinking about that I didn't want to end its life because it's going to die.
Okay, I'm just going to say this. If I had brain powers, there would be no bugs within like a 20 feet radius of me.
Yeah, I agree. Okay.
Because Gimpy G, you can't swat them away when they land, right?
Right, exactly. And I have tried to blow up so many bugs with my mind. I am almost positive no sane person on the planet has tried to either kill a bug or move more stuff just by thinking about it than me. I might have the record.
Have you tried any of those like ultra high frequency things that keep insects away or anything? Is that any luck with anything like that?
All you need to do is get me screaming at your house. Nobody else can hear it, only the bugs.
Oh, nice.
There's actually a tone apparently that mosquitoes will avoid and stuff like that.
Yeah.
My screams.
Oh, I've had so many mosquitoes just dying to contentment and kind of kick back, have a smoke, maybe eat another sandwich that they brought with them.
I'm not going to eat them all right now. I'll come back a little later for the rest of them.
But this is a nice spot. Everybody just saying, put up some neon, maybe make it a restaurant. So, I just don't go outside. I hate it.
So it's funny, I one of my jokes on Stargate was always, I used to say pave nature because there was always too many bugs and things that made me allergic and stuff. But the reality is I do quite like a little bit of outdoors once in a while, but usually through a window or, from a car. I'm not big on, I don't do a lot of camping or anything. I feel if I was a bear that I'd be the first person I'd go for. So I tend to avoid anything that involves any possible wildlife.
Oh, this has probably been out for a long time, but do you hear of the dinosaur it was perfect when they found it?
The perfect dinosaur?
No, it wasn't bones and ashes. It was dinosaur.
And how was it preserved?
So what they think is it died by drowning, and then it must have hit the bottom of the ocean hard enough to get sand around it, and then a certain type of stone went around it.
So only its tail and hind legs were missing? Is that this one?
I'm pretty sure.
Best preserved dinosaur stomach. Eee. It was an 18-foot long. If I've got the right one, vibe, 18-foot long nodosaur, a cousin of the Ankylosaurus.
Yeah, that's it. It's looks like an Ankylosaurus.
That's kind of cool. Let me find this. Let me show you the. Oh, it wants me to.
There was someone researched the body and then they found T-Rex teeth. So they put that on a machine, and then we're seeing how hard the T-Rex and how easy it would be to kill, and it would. Most of the prey would die from bleeding because unless they bite it and then keep the bite on, it would probably die to bleeding.
Why on earth has it added a comma into that? That's weird.
Why did it block that?
What did it block?
It blocked the link for me.
Yeah, it's doing some weird. So let me see if I'll try copying it again. See what I did wrong. I'm sure I did something wrong. This is how it remained perfectly preserved.
Just as a filler statement, why do we have Alan here? Our poor buddy's just sitting there.
Oh, Alan. Well, Alan just sort of pops by once in a while when he hears like magic words, right, Alan?
I'm just listening and working.
Alan just sort of like drops in every so often, and then technology will come up, and Alan will pipe in on it, basically. So
I'm like that random guy sleeping on your couch.
Yeah, it's like Alan's like he's like having like Dobby the house elf around. He just sort of like shows up periodically. It's only with great knowledge, though.
Like Smog's.
More than instead of just socks, he comes with information.
Okay. So I thought he was like a resource or something. Now I know he's just like a.
He is. Okay. He's absolutely a resource. But I want to know about this box. But I'm guessing I have to wait until.
You're just gonna have to wait, David.
I wish I could remember what we were talking about because I can't now. I don't have no.
Too bad.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Oh, I wanted to say the hot dogs and horseshoes, and hand grenades. They bleed mustard.
Oh, delicious.
Well, now they've taken me out of it. That's
kind of delicious. I mean, that does sound good.
And you can consume them.
That is weird. So it's a very weird link. This thing I see. It's sending me to. I see what the problem is here. All right.
Anybody want to fight about King
Wolf
Kong
just
versus
skipping
Godzilla?
between games. I've just been sort of grinding at the same game.
Are you still on Genshin Impact?
Yeah.
Really? I thought it was just like I thought your Discord was just like stuck because all I ever see is that Noodles is playing Genshin Impact.
I haven't found a fun grind-worthy game lately, but hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades looks really fun because like you can go through all the different things, kill hot dogs in funny ways or in brutal ways, like eating them.
That's pretty brutal. Eating a hot dog. Let me throw this at you. So I was, Gimpy G and I have been talking about these quad sticks, about doing what we call, I like the way Gimpy G's named it face gaming, because it's basically nothing. Basically, it's literally gaming with your face. So you need your mouth and your chin and your sipping and puffing and all this kind of stuff. So the idea of we wanted to do some sort of esports with face gaming, and I thought, well, I'll look it up and see who else is doing this, and I've discovered that there's, first off, the BBC just had an article about it, like very, very recently, saying like, hey, why aren't there sort of like Paralympic esports events? So
when was it released?
So when was this? When did this happen? Let's see what they said.
I'm seeing like a Harlem Globetrotters, and then what was it? The Nationals, or the guys they would always like smack around, If we go in,
so like ringers, it's like ringers, like comedy ringers.
Right. But we go, okay, you and I, and then good people, right?
Right.
And then we just take.
Yeah, don't put me in with them.
No, I said you and I. Yeah, no, and then we got other guys like Milky Charms and other dudes that we find. Maybe even what's the other fight guy? Rocky No Hands.
Oh yeah, Rocky No Hands. Yeah.
Something like that. And then you just take these other guys that are supposed to be wicked good at games, but you just throw them this and give them no time to work it out, and then we just clobber them.
That's true.
And it's fun.
Right.
It's fun for everybody. It doesn't have to be, competitive. It could just be,
I'm guessing it's going to take a while to get used to that kind of an input, right?
It is, and that's why we'll not give them enough time and us plenty.
Oh, okay. So what it's saying here, though, is it's saying that it comes. So the Association of Colleges FIFA Cup, which runs until May, included 3 disabled gamers, or I would say gamers with disability. I don't know. There's something weird about defining people as if that makes sense.
It's fine. It's fine. I hear you.
All right.
You just do like a quick little, like one of those things where it's just like, by this, we do not mean to say it in a rude way. Where
disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
Yes,
right.
Disclaimer.
Yeah.
My brain isn't working.
Oh, that's interesting. So they're just saying that, like, again, we sort of mentioned this before, and I thought it was an interesting sort of perspective on it. Is like, they're using controllers that are standard, right? But they're only standard to people who have, standard input devices themselves, who have the use of their hands and arms and legs and all the rest of it. And those are just decisions we've made because that's sort of what we had available and that's how we've always done things. But there's nothing to say that that's the right way to use a computer. So the idea that why wouldn't people be able to use different systems for accessing these games? And someone like Rocky No Hands could probably kick a lot of, if not most, so-called able-bodied gamers' butts playing anyways, right? So it'd be kind of interesting to see. It is sort of an interesting place for them to sort of shine in a way, isn't it?
Anyone can probably beat me at most games. I'm not the most fantastic person in the world.
Right.
But,
but I think what's happening here, though, is they're talking about, it's not just about like beating losers like me. It's like these guys are competing. Like they're competing with other esports players because they now have technology like the Xbox adapter, the Microsoft's accessibility adapter.
There is a town named like Fair.
Lilith?
No, it's like gibberish, and it's not in any language. It's just, I'm gonna send it in the Tech Bandits Live. The village with the long name is what they call
it.
Right. Sorry. How does this relate to anything we're talking about? Just out of curiosity. Okay, just checking. Just want to make sure that I'd lost you entirely.
Like, it's in Dutch or in Welsh or something.
I've got a story about Wales for you.
It's like Lagoth go or something.
I went to Wales, and on the way home, we stopped at a coffee shop while we were driving back, and they had Wi-Fi, and they had all the Wi-Fi information written up on the wall, and I could not get into this Wi-Fi. And finally, I went up to the barista. And I said, "Excuse me, I'm sorry, I can't get this password to work." And they said, "No, that's not the password. That's password in Welsh." So it looked like random letters to me, but that's how they spelt password in Welsh, which I thought was highly amusing. Oh, the laughs we had at that coffee shop.
And just so everybody knows, it's not nice to call your mother-in-law Wales. I don't care what David did.
Bad idea. Bad idea. Yeah. That's Welsh. It is. It's Welsh. That's just how Welsh is. Just one of those languages that I'm sure makes a lot of sense to the Welsh. All right. Okay, so we've got the longest name in the what is it? Is it a Welsh name? Is that why it's so long?
I don't know. I think it's just called the village with the long name. It's because if you look at the bottom of the sign, it says the village with the long name.
It does. Right. It is actually like it has a pronunciation. And
in what language is it? Like where does it come from?
I think it's
Google's. You got to Google this. Come on, where's your Google Foo now?
It's above the door in our classroom.
It's above the. Very good, very good.
Well, yeah.
All right.
Nickberg 007 has it written down. That's
Oh, they
crazy.
do? They got it? They got it in the chat? Oh.
Yep.
Oh, that's Welsh. That's got to be Welsh.
I'm going to guess you have to produce phlegm just to pronounce half of it.
That's like, what is it? That's like the old Blackadder joke, isn't it?
What's that?
You've never watched Blackadder?
I haven't.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Gimpy G.
Blackadder. Okay.
Just look up Blackadder and just start from the beginning and enjoy the madness. Let's just say you'll never have seen Dr. House. You'll never be able to look at Dr. House the same way.
Oh, really? It's got him in it, huh?
I only knew him as this like silly comedian. So when I saw him in House, I was like, what's happening there? And now, of course, all I can think of him is House. But he was, he was in Blackadder and one of the sort of recurring guys, and he always plays this like clueless man of authority, and it's fantastic. But it's Rowan Atkinson. It's the Mr. Bean guy.
Oh, okay. So that's not House.
But Blackadder is so good.
Oh, they're both in it. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, they're both in it. Yeah. There's a bunch of people. You'll recognize a bunch of people in it.
What is it? Sci-fi or what is it?
No, it's just that sometimes awkward British comedy, and
Okay.
it's historical basically. But it's
Here,
how
how we were talking about the longest town name in Wales?
Ooh.
Here's how you pronounce it.
Here's a hill in New Zealand.
Here, I'll post the link for a video on how to pronounce it.
There's an entire video on how to pronounce it. That's amazing.
How to pronounce the only word
It's like Lesh go, and then at the end is go 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 or something.
How would you say it? Wow. So the hill in New Zealand is Taumatawakatangehangakawa Uatamatea Turipuka Piki Mang Uga Horan Nuku Poke I when you are Kiatana
It's
Tahu.
Len Fire Pull Go Go.
And if you say it 3 times, it summons Biggie Smalls.
That's it.
It's true.
Um,
Do you know the biggest word in the English language, David?
Oh, I know that was infinitive verb.
I know. I feel like I've been here I've had this discussion. No, I can't remember.
You probably have. It's pneumono ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis. You're welcome.
Wow.
I thought it was.
And what does it mean?
It's some kind of lung disease you get from breathing in silicate from around volcanoes or something like that, or pumice stone.
Wow.
No, it's silicate.
So if you've got the condition, you can't say the word because you don't have enough breath.
Yeah. I got the thing.
In reactor physics circles,
Yes.
Yes.
there's one symbol that corresponds to average logarithmic energy decrement per collision.
Nice.
Ooh.
So they just drew a little picture?
It's just a little, just a little symbol.
It's just because it's easier than people trying to just say that every time.
It just corresponds to that thing.
And what exactly does that mean? What does it actually represent?
You're trying to figure out, so you just had a fission and the neutron's flying through the reactor at a very high speed, and then you have to figure out, well, how much energy does it lose every time it runs into something? Because then you have to figure out how long it takes for it to slow down enough to react with more uranium to cause another fission.
Right.
Oh, hey Dave, could you write that down for me? Because I can't even tell you how much time it would save me if I had that symbol.
Yeah, let me get that. Because it's always coming up in our conversations.
Every day.
Listen, that's totally requisite knowledge for Rodney McKay. Okay,
You'd think.
That's like base. Listen, David, if you ever get another part for Rodney,
I'm throwing that in there. I'm throwing that in conversations. Like when Zelenka's doing his babbling in the background in some other language.
Yes. You need to say that phrase.
I'm throwing that in.
Absolutely.
Well, and the name of that country, and the name of that city too, or whatever it is too. Just while I'm at it. All right, let me see. I have a couple of other little neat things I thought. Oh, so Korea is also ahead of us on this, by the way. Korea is also doing an e-gaming thing. In fact, they've been doing it since 2018. Get that, Gimpy G.
That is great, though.
Yeah.
But I think really what we're talking about, this could really usher in some things. What if, David, think this is going to blow your mind, so get ready with the mock.
I've got my hat. It'll catch the bits.
Okay, your hat. Got it.
Yeah.
What if some of these great gamers discover that adding the mouse to their regular repertoire of hands actually gives them an edge? So they start using quad sticks in the mainstream to add to enhance their gaming, and therefore it becomes a more consumer product, and then everybody can go buy one for $50 or whatever.
Well, and even just from a carpal tunnel syndrome situation, you can only play so long with your hands before you start getting, real issues with that. I wonder if the mouth, the mouth is pretty flexible on that, right? You're not really, is there muscles that you'd have to worry about? Is there?
I can't do. There's one reason I can't do that.
Why not?
Probably have to take my elastics out.
You pretty much can just do it with your lips.
Yeah, you're not chewing it. It's not like a gnaw. It's not called the gnaw stick. It's like it's just, you control it. Yeah, it's just your lips, really, right? Isn't that right, Gimpy?
Yeah, imagine you're playing like a clarinet. In fact, the end of it kind of looks like that, but with 3 holes. With my mouth stick, I will say this, I played Mario Run, and oh my gosh, the roof of my mouth and my tongue were tore up.
Really?
And we made my mouth stick very smooth, put rubber and things on it, and it just, your mouth is not a tool really for that kind of stuff, because I don't know, like your hand will grow a callus, but you're not going to get a callus on your tongue or the roof of your mouth. But this thing that you and I are talking about is not that.
I wonder if you could get a callus in your mouth. Like you'd think, do you build up scar tissue in the mouth? I wonder if that's the case.
It just got sore as heck, and everything tasted like salt.
I get that from eating like like the Captain Crunch or something. Like Captain the really Crunch, good sugared cereals. The really good sugared cereals. They tend to rip your mouth to shreds too.
Peanut butter Captain Crunch should be outlawed. A guy could die. You could rupture your palate.
But you would die happy. Because that is that is a cereal that cannot be good for you. All right, here's another one. This is what I'm most looking forward to this week, is the fact that NASA's Perseverance's Perseverance's little drone buddy is about to take off.
Yes.
Right. Today?
I don't think it's today, but sometime this week. They keep saying sometime before not before the 11th, or not, so they keep changing it. But basically it spent a cold night alone by itself. So they dropped it out of the belly, and then the rover moved on, and the helicopter spent its first night alone, shivering in the cold, like a little airborne Wally.
Why do you feel bad for?
You don't feel bad for that poor little lonely helicopter?
Okay, maybe a bit.
Lonely helicopter in the sky.
There you go. See?
Nobody to talk to.
Yep. I hope that he will fly. Yeah.
What?
He might die.
It
Hopefully
might die in the sky. Yeah.
Is this a Canadian song or something?
People are already singing songs about the little helicopter. Well, Vibe Pup is, but no one else. But
Oh.
Wait, I am the first one to sing a song about it.
You're the first person I've heard singing songs to the drone.
I'm the first person in the world. Where is my?
It may also be the last time anyone does it now, though, too.
No, it's going to be the new Baby Shark.
Oh God! Don't baby
Shark. Wait, don't
drone.
sing it too much. I don't know if it might not be. It might be copyrighted.
Baby Shark has 8 billion views on YouTube.
Isn't it like the most watched video of all time now, or something?
It is
crazy?
the most watched video of all time ever.
Wait, give me a second.
That's like a sign of the apocalypse, I think.
It has more video. It has more watches than the Earth.
It has almost as many people watching it as we have people signed up to the MODOK change.org.
Oh my god, it's
Wait till they get me on that campaign.
Wait, so there's
now.
2?
Oh my god, and following up on number 4 is Johnny, yes, Papa.
Oh, I know. That is so weird.
Johnny,
Oh my
yes,
god.
Papa.
That is the
This one-
Yeah, I
creepiest
don't
thing.
know any of
Drove
this.
me insane.
You
Thank
don't want
goodness
to,
I don't know
honestly.
children.
Gimpy G, you don't want to. It's the weirdest, creepiest animation that someone.
And then
Johnny,
Where does
Johnny,
it-
Johnny snaps
Listen,
neck.
at number 9, we have learning colors, colorful eggs on a farm.
But that makes sense. I mean, like kids
Number
songs
6,
that they
we
want.
have Mash a Bear.
There you
Oh
go.
my god.
Why would you mash up a bear? That doesn't make sense. That's rude.
Oh my god, guys. Number 29, it's the Wheels on the Bus.
Oh god.
The wheels on the
On a bus
go
go round and round, round
That's not
and
copyright.
round.
That
I
is.
think this might be the end of Tech Bandits.
Oh my god.
I think you may have broken it
thing-
finally. That was it. That was it. The last straw. Finally. I just
wanna
gave up at
remind
that
the
point.
kids, I can't throw
Don't-
my earphones across the room, so
Yep.
they have
That's
me at
right.
their mercy.
That's a good point. He has to listen to
bus
us
on
now.
the-
Yeah.
The wheels on the bus.
The
Okay,
feet
that's-
on the bus go step, 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 step,
That's
step.
really
Step,
exciting.
step,
Oh my
step.
god.
strong
I'm getting
with
ready to
the
mute.
eyes
I'm getting ready to mute.
I'm stronger than
The
you.
eyes on
I'm
the
preparing-
bus can see your soul.
Yep.
See.
What?
All right, there's 2 links I'm putting up. One of them is for the helicopter, which is a little YouTube video about the helicopter. The other one is Mars, is NASA's own information about it, which is just kind of cool. So he says trying to change the subject, just so
But
you know.
okay, completely good subject about noise. Did you listen to Mars, David?
It's weird, isn't it?
What's it sound like?
The hair on my arms just went. "Boop." And I just think it's because we've never heard another planet. There's something visceral about the sound.
Wait, I can hear it. Wait.
Yeah,
where
they
is
have.
this?
They actually have audio. Actually, I think chances are, if you go to that link, they'll have something there. But yeah, there's just it's like a wind on another planet. It's just a weird. It's not particularly. There's just something odd about it. I mean, I
could hear it. Yeah.
every
It
night.
made me feel like I was playing Mist.
Oh,
What?
Yes.
it is mist-like.
was
Remember,
so awesome.
remember
I just
Mist,
want
like
to
when you
say-
just hear the wind. And,
Yeah.
Good
you know,
call. Good
I,
call.
Everything's all
now
creepy.
have gotten the feet on the bus go step, step, step stuck in my head.
That's great. You could just take that
Good
with you.
supper.
Yeah, the sound of it. So every night now, to help me sleep, I because I've got the hearing aids, I leave my hearing aids in and I play rain sounds in my hearing aids. Right?
Ah.
And then it slowly
Oh,
fades
wait.
out. And
you got one of those fancy sets that's all Bluetoothy and like.
well, dude,
He
they
isn't
were
a star.
$7,500.
Oh,
They're like hearing
like a
aids.
cheaper version of those for my mother-in-law.
They're insane. They're absolutely insane. And what I had a great chat with a I'm not sure whether they want me to actually mention their names or not, so I won't. But so a couple of fellow geeks that I met online, one of whom works at programming these hearing aids, and so I've now ordered the necessary piece for me to program them myself. So not program them. Sorry, I shouldn't say.
I'm just
I
gonna
mean, like,
listen to
configure
the.
them.
I'm just gonna
You can
listen
tune
to.
them.
Kitty.
Oh, 1 second. I'm just gonna listen to some Mars sounds. I'll be back in a second.
All right, you be back now.
Y'all come back.
So I wondered
Yeah,
about
I
doing
mean,
the same thing with the Mars sounds. Like, what if I looped that at night? Would I have different dreams? Do you think?
Oh, I don't know. You'd probably hear the bass a lot better of the wind
It's
in
weird.
those.
Well,
Oh.
one of my frustrations with these things is that the sound is terrible. Like it's
Oh, really?
Oh, it's awful. It's awful. It doesn't stream well. The audio quality is terrible. I mean, it works okay for it. It's pretty good at processing sounds, like as a hearing aid, but it sucks as a pair of headphones.
So you're saying that the hearing aid is good as a hearing aid? So check.
The hearing aid is yes, except that then what are you going to do? How am I going to listen to how do I listen to the phone? How do I listen to anything else?
Right.
If it's not, you're not going to
How
take
do
your
they
hearing aids out
reproduce?
every time. Like,
You
it's
need to
got to
go
be able
to.
to do both.
I'm sending something on Tech Bandits Live. Look at what they found on the moon.
Look at what they found on the moon.
Mhm.
Oh,
I mean, guess it's a cartoon meme of some sort, or is
I
it
feel
like
a high
a baby
coming.
shark? Will it let me?
Take a look.
Oh, it's not going to let me go into that. other one. Wait a sec. No, I can't look. You have to look for me.
I see it. Very funny, Dr. Jones.
Yes.
All right, what have I got? See, I can't change because I've got the video on this one, so I'm not
Oh,
gonna...
apparently they have actually found green goop on the moon.
No. What green goop? Sorry, I shouldn't say no. I mean, I'm skeptical, but tell me more.
The thing that I sent, it was just a meme.
There's a million of them. There's a million of those Mars memes with like perseverance.
It wasn't but apparently there is a green goop on the moon.
And how would we...
The Chinese scientists explained the mystery of the dark green goo found in the moon in 2019, which they say is a glassy mix of minerals melted together by an asteroid impact.
Ooh, that's cool.
What?
That's very neat.
So it's not just moldy cheese?
The cheese is gone. Yeah, the moon's gone off.
Hmm.
So what are they? And if I look up green goo?
On the moon.
Goo on the moon. That sounds like another song that might be in the top,
Green goo on the moon.
Whoa. Man, you sound like a robot.
Oh.
And that's okay.
Green
I was on the moon looking at the green goo.
Interesting.
No, it's probably just crystal. Like if you melt the stuff that's on the moon from an impact, right? And it probably turns into some kind of glass.
And melted and reformed at high heat by an ancient asteroid impact. But what was the material? I'd be curious to know what the material was.
1 second.
The team identified it specifically as a form of breccia or breccia, a kind of rock formed by mineral fragments that are cemented.
I'm going to tell my pet fly to go get some of the green goop, then I can show it on camera.
Yeah, because flies will do really well in space.
So
yes,
they said, okay, wait a minute. Doesn't goop imply to anybody a moisture and viscosity?
Yeah, it looks like that to me. That's like a gel or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're selling papers right there.
Described it as a dark green gel.
Green goo sells.
That is
sells
weird.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's I'll show you the.
Not sell.
That is really weird.
Isn't that weird? The sounds. Oh,
It's
thanks, sweetie.
It's sort of scary, but it's
is it scary because we know where it's coming from? Like if you just heard that and someone said like, "Oh, listen to these cool wind sounds."
No, I mean it's maybe, but it's also sort of
almost like voices in the background or something. I don't know what it is. I'm with her.
Like the voice, the wind. Like even though I'd be like, "Ooh, that's a bit of a creepy wind." I mean, like it just feels, like. Maybe it is because it's from Mars, but it just feels very
alien,
distant, and alien.
I mean, I suppose the sound of the wind would be different, right? Because you've got different gravity, you've got different. I mean, different mixes.
I do have to say, speaking of aliens, I have piano, which isn't really related to aliens at all. But,
is that taught by an alien?
No. I have to go now. I'm sorry.
All right, you go do your thing, and if you want to, go check out how octopuses live, because that's the next thing I was going to talk about, because they're really cool.
Bye.
All right, have fun.
Bye.
Piano well.
Now, super quick, isn't Mars 1/8 the atmosphere of Earth?
Is that right?
So I'm kind of surprised they're picking up anything, and then I would think any kind of low pitch wouldn't travel very well, right? Because it needs material to move. I don't know. I'm just guessing here.
Well, it's possible it's just being processed a lot too. It's possible that it's like, I mean, I'd be curious to know how much, because often, you see these beautiful images of planets and stuff, and they say, oh, it's been like colorized in a way to allow you to see various different things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nebulas and cool stuff like that.
And you go like, oh, wow, that's so cool. Except if you saw it, you wouldn't see any of that stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so the sound of Mars. I'm going to add that to my show notes. There we go. And the last thing is just I guess I don't know why. I guess I jumped from that to aliens, as one does, and it's just this whole thing on cephalopods and just the way these things, like just the very makeup of these creatures is just so
incredible.
Yeah. And so alien. Like, if you want to know what aliens are going to look like, an octopus would be like a great place to start.
Yeah.
And the potential intellect they have too.
Yeah, and they're exactly. So there's a link for that as well.
Are cuttlefish considered a cephalopod?
I don't know.
Because they're wicked smart too.
Are they? I mean, we swam with I found an octopus. I was swimming around in Australia off of a little island, very shallow little island reef. And there were like 3 of these big, ugly looking fish sort of floating there. And as I went past, one of them suddenly, it looked to me like it suddenly turned into an octopus. And it was an octopus pretending to be one of the fish. So there's 3 fish, and then 2 fish, the 2 of them go off this way. The other one, it goes like, bloop, and there's like all these legs and stuff. And I'm like, what the hell? So that's how I was introduced to an octopus. And then I
remember it, yeah.
I followed him around the whole time, right? Baz, you saw it too, didn't you?
Baz is here? When he get here? Hey, Baz.
I left literally the second, I came in the second before Elmo,
before somebody else left.
before someone else left.
Right. But yeah, remember that, Baz? And we followed that little guy around for not even little. He was a big octopus, and it would change color. And as you got closer to it, it would get darker and darker and redder or purplier. And then as you moved away, it would get a little lighter
expanded, didn't it?
It got bigger. It got smaller.
Up?
Yeah, it would puff up and go like. Yeah, it was.
Wait,
it was
if
bizarre.
an octopus, if I brought an octopus and put it on my face, would it become a different color?
Maybe.
Like, would it become me? Would it?
No, it's not. I don't think it's that good. I think I think like the cuttlefish is very good. I know at disguising itself with other for some reason it can change the pigments in its skin, but I don't think the octopus is that. I don't think it's like a chameleon. I think it's. I think that the there's another beautiful video somewhere of an octopus dreaming, and it's asleep and it's changing colors in its sleep, and they think that is literally it dreaming of something, which I thought was kind of neat.
Oh, apparently, what's it called?
Spinnerbreaker says that's a threat display and it could have attacked you really quickly in defense of itself. Yeah, I was very, very conscious of how close I got to it. So I would get a little closer and then a little closer, and then when it would all puff up, I would go okay, and I'd sort of start to just drift back a little bit, and it would, but it was amazing. It's made it very difficult for me to eat octopus now because I just couldn't get over how like cool this thing was, you know. And
we don't
smart.
really anymore, do we?
We don't really. No, we've had it once since, and I was really aware of it. I was like, this is my friend the octopus, you know. Has anyone seen that movie, My Octopus Teacher? I didn't like it, but there was some amazing footage of the octopus in it. I didn't like the human in it. I much preferred the octopus, if that makes sense.
My Octopus, is that on Netflix?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It's on one of the streaming ones, yeah. The other one,
I think I marked it.
It's, as I say, I didn't really like it. I would say watch it for sure because there's just some really cool octopus stuff. But they sort of tried to weave a human story in there, and it was like, shut up and show me the octopus. You know what I mean?
Like the old Disney stuff where they give it a voice and no.
Well,
I gotta find safety.
What's not
didn't
really
get a voice. It was the human that got the voice. It was like talking about how he became like interested with the octopus and like how he originally wanted to make film and then it didn't really go out very well, so that he started making like My Octopus Teacher, and he started like filming this octopus, and then he like bonded with it or something.
Yeah, he sort of starts the film by saying like, oh man, I was done. I don't want to make films anymore. So I took my camera and I went and started filming an octopus. I'm like, well, then you didn't stop making films, really, did you? It's like, I got to get away from all this filming. Give me that camera. I'm going to go swimming. It was odd. But what I did like about it was it got people talking about octopus or octopi. And it was kind of an interesting, it was just an interesting sort of like, slice of life of like watching this progression of really just the guy discovering how smart the octopus was and the octopus discovering how stupid humans are. basically, you know, it's not
Okay,
octopi,
this-
is it not? It should be. I much prefer octopi.
I don't want to say what it really is. Then probably something filthy.
Speaking of octopi, have we seen Assassination Classroom? Spinner Breaker. Nice
Yes.
segue, Spinner Breaker. Baz
Yes,
has
so
done
good.
Assassination Classroom. Yes, absolutely.
It's got to
Anime,
be one of
right?
my favorites, but I cried too much.
Really?
Yeah.
It was too much for you.
Not like I watched all of it. I just cried a lot.
You did? I didn't know that.
A lot.
Really? Should I
Yeah.
watch it? Oh, it's
No.
Octopodes. Oh, I
We'll
like
cry.
Octopodes.
One Punch Man. That's all I gotta say.
Oh,
One
yeah.
Punch Man.
I got bored of One Punch Man though, because
Oh, come
Yeah.
on. Don't you get it? There's layers.
I know there's layers. Yeah. It's octopuses. Nope, that's
This-
not right.
Onion has
Octopose?
layers.
Octopodes. Medusa Candy says it's octopodes. Just saying.
What?
I don't like that.
It sounds
you mean
weird.
octopods?
It's not just octopuses.
Octonauts.
Oh.
Yes, but
Goodbye, Pac Bomb. Thanks for coming. Now, okay, I've got a question. I got a question for Alan. Alan.
Yes.
Oops. The question I have is: Are you experiencing this shortages with chips and stuff? Are you noticing at work a slowdown with this stuff, or is it all manufactured here, so it's not a problem?
I mean, I don't like work directly enough with that to even be able to say.
But are you feeling a slowdown for that kind of stuff at all? There's no, so you don't.
Well, like
you-
it's harder to get stuff generally just buying it. Like if we're
Mm.
just trying to buy some computer hardware, yeah, like it's a pain, right? Because if we're trying to do some testing of some system and we need, say we need a 3090 for something,
Hmm.
right? It's just as hard for us to go out and buy it as it is anybody else.
Right. It is.
make it.
It's definitely interesting. Like I'm definitely noticing weird shortages of things. Like a weird one is, I guess there's a lot of people collecting trading cards because there's no sleeves for trading cards. Go try and buy sleeves for
Really?
trading cards right now.
Sleeves,
Yeah.
really?
Yep, almost impossible to get right now. They're all sold out. And
Are the sleeves? Wait! You got to think 4D chess here. Are the sleeves sold out because people have said to not laminate your card for your vaccine, and so people are instead buying the sleeves for the trading cards?
if they plan on getting that many vaccinations, maybe.
I mean, I don't know. Just like if they only come in packs of 100 and someone needs one, and
these
the
are
pack's
packs
cheap
of
enough.
100. They're the cheap. They're the cheap. Like it's just a weird thing that I noticed. Like a specific thing that I noticed, and it was like I love these things called penny sleeves, which are just very very cheap plastic sleeves, which Medusa would hate me for because they're plastic, that you use to cover the card with. But so normally they're like maybe $1.99, sometimes $2.99 if you're at a more expensive place. Now you go on Amazon and there are places trying to charge you $44 for like a pack of 4 of them or something, like for 400 sleeves.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
I
absolutely
think that might be
insane.
more like high brand ones. Or is it just actually insane?
It may just be the Ultra Pro ones, the ones that I like. But
Oh, were you looking for the Ultra Pro ones? Yeah, those are really
but
high
like I mean you
value
can
right now.
you can get deck cards. Like you can get like, different colors or patterns of deck cards. But the actual
And
just
those are pretty good. I like deck cards because I had someone that I watched on TV who would put deck cards as a to tell which set it was from.
Oh, that's interesting. That's a good way of doing it. But then you need separate, I guess, well, maybe that's a good way of going, I suppose. We're trying to figure out what the best way of organizing our cards are, too. Right now, I've got all of my regulars, and then I'm going to pull out all of my rare. No, not rare, right? You said don't bother with rare, right, Baz? You said just ultra rare and mythical, right?
Legendary and
And
Mythica.
legendary and mythical, that's it. So, and then I'm going to put those in an actual binder so we can flick through them like that. And the rest of them will just be all the standard cards will be in the boxes. So that's my new organization skills. As soon as I
Oh,
finish.
I got some Magic the Gathering cards. I have a Porcuparrot.
Oh, a Porcuparrot. I like that. What kind of cards did you get? What set did they come from?
The red set.
The
Like
red.
it was legit just called red pack.
Really? It was called the red pack. Was it a full complete deck?
I don't know. It was like 32 cards, I think.
Huh. Baz, any ideas?
Oh gosh, I got so many questions.
Oh
right, Gimpy G's got questions for us too.
Confused. Because when you say red, was it all red cards?
They were
Maybe.
They were all like red. Like they were mostly
They're all mountain cards.
red.
The red is mountain, right?
Were they called? Was it like a Core Set 2020 red theme booster?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
You have to take a picture for us and leave it in the Discord so we can see.
Okay, one question just to start.
Go.
Is the game that I'm playing because Arena is up now?
Yep. On the iPad.
Going to? Yes. And I've been playing, and I'm getting through the color challenges.
Right.
Did you do that? All that stuff, David?
I did that a while back, and obviously don't remember any of it, judging by the way I play now.
No. You know what? I say do not be embarrassed. You be you, bro. You play.
I live on embarrassment. I thrive. I eat embarrassment for breakfast. What
you have made a career out of
that's it. Exactly. I've shameless.
So
is it cross-platform? Can I play with you on the PC if you're on the...
I added you, and it let me do it. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like one platform. I mean, like, sorry, when I say that, it's like it's not like different servers. Yeah, right. Sorry,
because I could play it on my phone, but it's very small, and my eyes are not what they used to be.
David's got a thing when he plays a blind guy. He's blind for like 60 days afterwards.
That's it. It's a thing.
Yeah.
Not that I've been doing that, Gimpy G.
No.
Yeah. So we've got some Magic the Gathering to play. So yeah, basically the arena game is as close as a version of as close as a digital version of the actual card game as you can get. It's as there's a few little things that seem a little different, but for the most part, if you know how to play the game on the iPad, you know how to play the game with cards as well.
Okay. Another question that I really ran into a problem with: the game stacks up your cards on your attack cards, your creatures or whatever. It stacks them up in the field, and a lot of the monsters I want to make their power activate, right? Like say if they give tunneling to a creature, so it can go underground and bypass a block. But I could only turn one guy on. I couldn't turn the ones underneath him on. And I don't know how I would do that.
When you
talking about mutate decks?
Say what?
Are you playing with a mutate deck? Because then you wouldn't be able to use the under abilities.
Usually it just won't let you do what you can't do for whatever reason.
Yeah, usually if you can't do it on that app, you shouldn't be able to do it in a real game.
It'll be like you don't have enough mana, or it's not your turn, or you can only do one per turn, or something like it's one of the things I don't like about it is that you don't learn the rules. You just go like, oh, why didn't that work? And then you go, oh, I see, because this, and this type thing. And so often it gets ahead of you that way. Although now I think you can go back and look at the game.
They have added the tutorial. They will show you in letters why it's not working. Like they'll highlight it and say, at least in the color challenges, they'll tell you why.
Oh yeah, no, they're pretty good. When you're playing against the little Sparky guy.
Well, he's helping you.
Yes, he's like the paperclip. He's like the Microsoft paperclip of Magic the Gathering.
He reminds me, or she reminds me of the thing from Ocarina of Time, the little fairy that goes, "What's this?" Or, "Hey."
Oh, I love that little fairy. Yeah. The one that would take you through all the the stuff. Like it taught you how to put on your first Korok mask. The thing that I forgot his name. Like the guy who puts on the Majora's Mask is two fairies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that fairy.
Geek bonding. Yep.
Yes, geek bonding. But no, I know for a fact it's something I could do. Okay, I had a creature on board. He has 0/4. Okay.
Yeah.
And the power that another creature had was, or a spell or something, I could add 1 to his attack for every mana I spent. Right.
Right.
So my intention, I had 2 of those 0/4 guys up on the board. I could increase the attack of the card laying on top of the other card, but I couldn't increase the attack of the underneath card. the card that was.
So they stack them to just make room on the.
Correct.
You should be able to click it.
That type of card, I'm pretty sure I know that card. I'm pretty sure it counts for only one of them. So you have to use the amount of mana. Like, so. Are you
But isn't that what you were trying to do, Gimpy G?
So did you, like, let's say you had 8 mana on the board. Did you try to use 4 of that mana for one of it, and then 4 of that mana for the other of it? Or did you try to use 8 in total for both of them?
No, I tried to use 4 on one and 4 on the other.
So is it possible you just didn't...
tapped 4 mana, right?
Correct.
So, and then did one of them get 8/8?
No, I couldn't reach. I didn't need to go 8/8 because the boss.
But you went 8/8, right?
Yeah, I wanted to go 8/8 because I'm one of those guys that's like, I don't care if you're a robot. I want to own your face. So I was going to hit him, 2 guys in the face. But no.
I'm pretty sure that's because that card stacks up to, like, it uses all of it. So if you tap, like, 4 mana...
But it's possible it's a glitch. I mean, there's often things where I go, like,
maybe,
wait a second, you're supposed to be able to do this.
Already, but I'm pretty sure...
Usually it's just about tapping the card. If you can tap the card, it'll let you do things. But I have definitely been in situations where I've gone to tap the card for an ability and it's not worked. And you're like, what? And then all of a sudden it's their turn again. And you're like, what the hell? So there's definitely there's still some little bugs in there for sure. That's why I keep losing Gimpy G. It's because of all these little bugs.
If we play each other, are we allowed to turn off the time?
That's a good...
Yes.
Can you?
Okay, good.
Yeah, because I need time to think.
Well, I need time to talk.
Oh, and I need time to, like, think stuff, like...
But wouldn't it be fun to... like, and it would be fun just to be able, like, so we get on Discord together, we can actually talk through it, which would be nice, right?
Yeah. No, that'd be cool. I'm
very jealous that James has obviously had some time and spent some has actually done some work and is now already mastered Magic in a way that I've yet to get anywhere close to. So, well, at some point,
it's actually very complex, guy.
Well,
I was pretty impressed.
Well, they're saying that they can teach a computer to play chess or mahjong or whatever it is, or was it Go or whatever that other game was that's very difficult to teach things to do, but they can't teach it to play Magic the Gathering because it's too complicated.
There's so many variables.
That's it.
Like now I'm trying to figure out. I need some draw, right? I need to be able to. I watched the other guy pull cards.
Are you building decks? Are you actually building decks at this point?
No, I'm just doing the color challenges and jealous of the artificial intelligence guy who's able to draw cards and I can't. So I'm like, oh, that's going to be important when I'm building a deck.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely some neat stuff. Oh, well, if you want to watch some really fun stuff in that regard, is watch Game Nights on the Command Zone. So if you look up on YouTube and look up Game Nights, it's a beautifully made YouTube series, and they just do games, and they're fun, and they're smart, and they're funny, and you miss a lot of stuff.
And they explain the cards, so I didn't know it was...
Yeah, no, you're right, Baz. Go ahead. I just love them because they're just good filmmakers too. Like, I mean, they make it exciting. It's like a professional TV show with professional hosts, and yet it still feels completely, I don't know, organic. Oh no, it's like, what's the word? Still feels very authentic. Its authenticity is impressive.
Now they're playing it the IRL game, the cards or what?
They're playing the actual cards.
Yeah.
I mean, has anyone what do we got? Magic has a lot of common with blackjack. Yeah, I guess the thing about, because there are things that I hadn't even considered. Murph Looters got a good point there. Things I hadn't considered, like things like, maybe you don't tap a couple of lands, even though you've got nothing to use with them, but you don't tap them because then that makes people scared that you might have something that they could use as an instant or a sorcery of some sort. Oh. So there's a lot of this kind of poker-like playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it gave a little tip at one point and said, save your spell for such and such round. That way they don't know if you have the way to removal, something like that.
Right.
Chips, remember English class, how we're learning about like that sci-fi thing? That actually reminds me of it, like how he what's his name? Wait, what's the Star Trek character that's like our cyborg? It's like
Data?
Data.
Yeah.
There's like this whole episode on
The
Netflix about like how like there's this dude at the beginning, Data plays like poker, something, and he calculates what the cards are gonna be, while his enemy just bluffs, and he doesn't know how to bluff because like he's not human, right? He doesn't understand like
bluff,
like,
right?
Yeah, common bluffs, and that reminds me a lot of Magic the Gathering. Like it wouldn't know to like, oh, leave this much up to like scare the person. Like they don't really think about like what the other person would feel.
Yeah.
Not like it doesn't feel like Yeah.
Ruby K is complaining that this is a science discussion and we're talking about magic. But you know what? Here's the deal. Magic is, I think, is a really, really interesting combination of there's math, there's there's strategy. I think it's a great game for getting your brain going. And so I do feel like it's a part of this. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't have to buy as many cards as I do, and but it definitely gets you thinking for sure. Oh boy, now you've done it, Baz. Apparently, Data is an android.
Android.
Thank you, Jack of all nerds.
Sorry, I know Data was an android. Yes.
You don't have to know any of that stuff because you don't really watch. Baz never really watched TNG, right? So that's right. That's the next generation.
I watched the original Star Trek for a while, like every night with my parents, and that's why I like the original Star Trek a lot.
So that's interesting. Wow.
What happened? I can't see.
I just threw over a mic. It's fine. No
problem.
In a bid to try to get this damn camera to actually focus on me for a change. It's just it won't do it. It just absolutely refuses.
I can already see David on set.
Yeah.
Is it about time for the damn camera to focus on the hewlet?
Well, because hey,
over there?
People are here, for the face. You know what I mean? Like without the face, what do we got? SD Jalana, thank you very, very much for their 9-month streak. Oh my God, thank you very much.
Oh wow, that's so fantastic.
I know, Jack of all nerds. I know you're only teasing. I know and as am I, teasing back.
Yes, sorry. I'm not sad. Sorry.
Oh, did I miss others, Cal?
I said that weirdly, sir.
I got to scroll up because apparently Cal's mad at me. Oh, Adakales, thank you so much. Thank you very much. Half a year already. Crazy, isn't it? Now you lurk. Look out, everyone. Adakales has subscribed and is now lurking. Thank you. Who else do I have to thank here? Have I missed anyone else? How far back do I go? God, there's a lot. Boy, there's people. You people got lots to talk about today. Lots going on in the chat today.
People know that their contribution to this actually assisted in us getting the quad sticks and all that. So they are just as much a part of this as we are. So
it's true.
Thank you so much.
You basically
I have something to talk about.
Honorary face gamers. Yeah, because basically some of the proceeds from your kind donations has gone to the quad stick gaming revolution. We need to get we need a name for our esports team.
What was somebody last week said? Call it Spit Will Fly? No, something like that.
Spitty gaming, or
it's all in the face.
Face. I don't even know what face. Anyway, sorry. What were you going to say, Vibe? Wolf?
Oh, I was going to say, I think right now there is, what's it called? Hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenade tournament going on.
There's a tournament going on?
Like, it's someone, he's like...
Was that like somewhere somebody on the internet is playing this game and they're streaming it?
No, two people are, so one person is streaming and then the other person is talking and being like, yeah, he's doing this. Ooh, that was good. He
and
brutally murdered the...
Face Bandits is pretty good.
I like it.
Yeah. Face Bandits. And Cal, hello, Cal. Thank you, Cal. And have you called out any subs at all? Yeah, Cal, I've called a bunch of subs. I think I've called everybody out now, haven't I? I called Ruby K out. Yeah.
Dad, do you not have Streamlabs open?
No.
Dad?
Well, I'm not. I'm streaming on the other PC.
Dad.
So I don't. Never mind.
Dad.
Okay.
You just have to open it.
What do you mean I have one job? So my one job is talking. That's all. You can't expect me to.
Well, you have to open it, or else you can't see that people are gonna get. Like,
no, but I did.
Wait, do you have stream
Oh, you mean
notifications
bits
on,
and
at
stuff?
least?
Oh, you mean the
Dad,
bits? I forgot all that stuff. I forgot about all that stuff.
Dad, do you have?
I'm not hip enough for these things.
Somebody dropped 550 bits way early.
Shut the front door. What? What does that even mean?
Two story. I think it's like $5.50.
Seriously?
But that's not bad.
God, thank you very much. You know, I'm amazed at how many people are showing up on the YouTube streams as well.
Or $1,000 Canadian.
$5.50. But if that's American money, that's like $1,000 Canadian.
That's what I said.
Hey, Miss Carol Z, thank you very much. I mean, if we're getting called out, everyone's like, all right, fine. Dave's paying attention now. Better get those subscriptions in now. Before Twitch's 50% cut. Shut the front door. Seriously?
Yeah.
No way.
Wait, you didn't know that?
I did not know they took that much. Well,
really?
I'm really interested in this library thing. But, of course, you can't do live streaming on library. Hey, Alan, are you still with us? Do we lose him?
Still here.
Yes.
Well,
okay.
You're the crypto guy. Here
we go.
Have you looked at this library stuff? This Odyssey video streaming thing?
I have not.
I would be, if you ever get a second, have a look, because I'd be curious to know what your thoughts are on it. It's just been demonetized or whatever it is because they failed to pay tax on the first. Like they got nailed for not tax evasion, but it's so obviously like such a startup. Like they're like, oh, this is really cool. And then it takes off. They're like, we didn't pay any tax, so they're now being sued by the SEC. It's called it's LBRY is the name of the crypto, but the
okay, it's a coin. Okay,
right. But it's a full-time job. Thank you for whatever you did full-time job. I was gonna mention you. Well, okay, I'm looking now. Oh my God.
Oh
gosh.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes, please do. While I go and look at the Streamlabs thing.
How much would a 1080 NVIDIA 1080 Ti make for in 5 hours? Do you know?
There must be
in 5 hours specifically.
Yeah,
exactly 5 hours.
It's random, right?
I'm saying it's
hold on,
because
it's not
for
that
5
random.
hours a day is what it's probably going to be doing if I do it.
5 hours a day.
Just 5 hours.
Hypothetically.
That's like 1/5 of a day. Like I mean, like 80 cents.
80 cents. Oh my.
But add up.
Ooh, that's almost
okay. I'm looking. So
That's
is
$1 every day.
How
Well,
do I
every
know?
2 days.
So
Yeah.
an hour
1080
ago.
Ti makes $4 a day.
Oh my gosh.
$4.
Someone
$4
called Dr. Meredith Rodney McKay donated $10.
No way.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Yo.
I
I've
think I've just
$10 to yourself.
I've donated to myself. My alter ego. The smart me.
I was planning to cryptocurrency to $1,000, but apparently that's in my dreams.
All right, let me do some thank yous so that Cal doesn't get
That
mad
would
at me.
take a long time.
I'm going to say, in my shell, thank you for the follow. Dr. Meredith Rodney McKay, thank you for the $10 and a fabulous name. The Rob responds, thank you for your follow. As I will say the same to Exploder25, Lucky Man 79, Real McCoy, that's a good one. Millennium Shane, thank you. All for your follows. Joey951, Dorian Skyfire. At what is it? Errol Prime, Rico's, and then Devil Dog DD donated $10 again. Oh my God! Thank you very much. My wife used to play Magic. I'd like to get into it with her, but I don't know where to start. Any advice or what to buy? Oh, absolutely, Devil Dog DD for sure.
Buy MTG starter kit and play Magic the Gathering Arena.
Really?
If you want to play,
I would do Magic the Gathering Arena for sure. Like just get the free.
And if you want to play in person with, was it your wife that you said?
Yeah. Then
then if you want to play in person, then get the MTG starter kit. It's like the best. It goes with. It's like what Wolf Pup bought, but it's like with every color.
Or just buy a deck. Just buy go choose a color. Like go with either if you.
Yeah, that's why I said starter deck.
Oh, that's what you meant with the starter deck. Okay, sorry. I thought the starter deck you had to pick your own stuff out of as well.
No. Starter decks is just purely just you get a deck and you can edit it however you want. Like it has possibilities for other stuff, but it's
well,
just
they're absolutely the way to go. But honestly, if you just want to learn to catch up with her, I would go on Magic the Gathering Arena on the app, on the iPhone, or on the PC, and just start playing on that because it'll give you lots of little tutorials. It's kind of fun. The only difference than what I don't like and what GimpyG doesn't like as well is I hate the timer. The timer just pisses me off because normally that's the time you'd be going you'd be cracking jokes about how bad you are at the game and talking to the person across the table, but on the online version you're like, oh, there's literally like a freaking like a fuse going off the whole time, right? So I'm always in panic
mode. Tutorials have that.
Tutorials have that as well.
Do they? That's what I asked.
I'm asking. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
So 80 cents a day. What do you think, Wolf Pup? You going to go for it?
No.
There's another.
Wolf Pup was hoping for $1,000.
No, like I wanted to get it. I knew I wasn't gonna get it in one day. I was planning to do it over time, but like that would take a year. 80 cents a day.
All right, let me suggest this to you then. Why don't you read up about it? Read up about it and figure out how to make some kind of tool that's going to make you a lot more money.
Oh, I have a question.
You know how to program, Wolf Pup. You can.
I have a question.
You can figure it out.
For Malvito.
Malvito. You're now going to be called Malvito.
I don't know.
Yo, Malvito. Malvitano. Is that saying it right? How do you say it, Alan?
What? My last name? Sorry, I was recovering from the shock of Malvito.
Which sounds like a kind of a cheese product.
I don't want to say it. It looks like Malvito.
Malvitano.
Okay, sorry.
Italian.
Baz has always had this amazing ability to look at a word and then just decide what it's going to be just by the first letter.
And also add words per sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my English teacher told me.
What was
so my dad doesn't want me to, but I know this sounds awful, right? But my PC, I've had it for 5 years and it's dying.
It's not dying.
So I'm thinking of getting a new PC, but I think of getting a whole new PC, so I'm thinking of buying pre-built. Please don't judge me. Please.
Oh my goodness,
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I was thinking
all that training, that teaching your father.
I built the other PC.
James Gurney just bought a pre-built it. He swears by it now.
Yeah, and
yeah. That's okay.
It's really good, and it's in my budget. It's how much I want. It's exactly what I was kind of dreaming for.
It's in his budget, meaning it's everything that's in his bank account and has been saved up over
I still have $100 in it. But
okay, well, what's in it?
It's a 3060. It has a. Oh my God, what was it? It was here. I'll pull it up in a sec. But
you can send Alan the link.
My dad.
It's an iBuy PC. It's an iBuy Power PC.
Okay. I mean, they're not bad.
What my dad said was the problem.
Because they're all off-the-shelf stuff, right?
Well, my dad said the problem was that it would take about a month and 10 days.
Nope.
To come.
I don't think that link's gonna work.
No, they're talking about. They're saying it's not even going to ship until the middle to the end of June.
I think it worked if you click on it.
That's just the link to the cart in general.
Oh, it's because it's on my account.
Yeah.
But what's interesting about it is I'll
send the details. It'll come in a long time though.
That's my thing.
Well, that's true. I mean, you might have to wait just as long for that as you did for the parts to build it yourself, right?
Yeah.
If you're doing build to order,
that's what I was gonna say.
Then that's a different case. Like the case for a pre-built now is that if you can find one that's already on a shelf in a box.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's
with a
you
360
add your parts to however you want, and then you add the parts to how you. I sent the entire parts.
I see it.
There are a couple of systems, I don't think on iBuy Power anymore, but there are a couple of pre-built systems that have 3080s or 3060s or 30. I don't think there's a 3090 in it, or 3070s in there. They're not, but they're few and far between, and strangely, they cost about the same as if you were to buy the freaking GPU by themselves now. It's insane.
Why would you do a terabyte for the OS drive and then another terabyte SATA for
my dad told me to do it.
What did I do?
Well, it's okay. The concept's fine, but usually you would do that in order to go smaller on one, so you can go bigger on the other. Right?
Yeah,
but
Dad. That's what I told you.
Either way is okay.
I was under pressure on a dog walk.
Oh, you were trying to walk a dog and just spout off SSD recommendations? Wow.
Maybe.
Basically.
Yeah.
He was being grilled.
It was also at like 10 o'clock at night, so maybe there might be some wrong judgment. But...
Andrianne, thank you very much. You look after that headache. Tylenol, big glass of water. That'll do it. I just did it before the stream because I felt it coming too.
Oh my! So that wheels on the bus probably was like a hammer.
It was like a hammer.
See right there, the video card is an extra 3 weeks of lead time.
Yeah.
So like,
I would buy like off the shelf. I wouldn't even have to put it together if you want it in any kind of
I would
reasonable time.
It just depends.
I'm fine on the time because I can wait. It's just that Dad says that there's gonna be a brand new GPU that I'm gonna want instead when it by the time it comes out.
Just given how long it is, this is my theory behind it. Was just I always feel like as soon as you've put the money down on technology, it loses value, right?
That's true.
So if you've got your money tied up in that,
what GPU do you have right now?
A 950 or something, 980 maybe, 950.
I think it's
something with a 9 and a. It's not.
There's a big difference between a 950 and a 980. Actually, I don't think there is a 950.
Or 980 then, 980. Sorry.
I mean, don't you have a list of your parts somewhere on? Oh, it might even be on our thing. Here you go. It's a 980 Ti. It's a 980 Ti. It's not a bad
980 Ti. It's nothing to sneeze at. I mean,
at you.
And it depends on.
Thank you, Gimpy.
And it depends on what you're doing with it, right? Like, if you're doing like Minecraft stuff like that, where it can handle it, like no.
He's streaming and gaming at the same time.
I'm doing more than Minecraft, and I'm doing high like pitch games.
Okay, at what resolution?
Right now I'm running a solid 170 FPS. 1080, yeah, 1080.
Wait, did you just say 170 FPS?
FPS, yeah.
170 FPS.
But your monitor can go how fast?
The monitor isn't the bottleneck. I don't think the monitor is newer than the system.
Here's my point. If your refresh rate is only 60, and your card can go 170, then if you upgrade your card, you're gonna notice zero difference. That's my point. If it's you're already going 2 to 3x the refresh rate of the display.
No, it's not the display at all. Like my display is completely fine. It's just that like it can't run most stuff. Like I haven't been streaming at all recently because like my computer like just crashes every time. Like
okay, that's a different like if the games that you are playing are.
But some of them are also extremely slow. Like
Okay.
Whenever I play Valorant or GTA, even though I don't really play it much, it can't really run very well.
Yeah, but you can still play out decently on something like, if you find someone, if you can get your hands on like a 20 series card or something.
But what's funny is even those are crazy expensive now.
Yeah,
it's not that I really want like the big card. I just purely just.
He wants things to work smoothly without having to like do some voodoo ritual.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Him and I both.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
No, Dad wants me to do the voodoo rituals.
You might be able to kind of shoot the gap as far as there are cards that you can no longer mine ether with. Like because they didn't have enough VRAM on them, but they might be enough VRAM. There'll be more VRAM than what you had before, and so that might be enough for you to play what you want to play. Reasonably well, right? So as an example,
my main question is my dad right that it's gonna take too long and it's not gonna be worth it, or is it fine?
I mean, there is some of that. That's a reasonable thing to consider. You could put that order in, you'd be waiting your 3 weeks, and then some brand new thing could hit the market. And
Intel announces their new. Intel announces their new. So Intel announces that they've got a new crypto mining GPU, and it's faster than all the other ones. And then all of a sudden, no one can get rid of their GPUs, and all of a sudden you're picking them up for a couple $100.
Can we make it a debate stream for fun?
Yeah, go for it.
I like it.
Okay. I found anybody who's like got a profession for something, like let's say they make donuts and they see donuts every day. They eat donuts. They get every kind. You go, so what's the best kind of donut? And they're like, meh, any donut will do. You can just get plain frosted. Who cares? So, and I find like really good computer guys are kind of like, meh, this will do. And so they kind of, I'm trying to think how to say the 360s on up really make a difference on multitasking, like streaming and gaming simultaneously. You will definitely get drag on even 280s, but you can't even get those now. We're back, like these people are actually snatching 2-3 generations ago cards and driving those up. Like
so for 500. So for streaming, there are accelerations that are built into the newer cards. So in other words, if you're on like a 20 series card, even a lower end one, like you can do your game streaming and it's like hardware accelerated by the card. So it's only like a very little performance hit to be able to do a game stream.
What about adding a PCI streaming card then? Would that help?
You can. If you do that, that offloads the work completely off of the graphics card.
So the graphics card is only dealing with the gaming.
Yes, but again, if you're going that far back, there are going to be some games where just the card by itself, not even trying to stream, has a hard time.
Right. But Baz, you're not having that issue though, are you?
Can you repeat that?
I mean, is the game isn't like, I mean, you're able to play League of Legends fine as long as you don't try to stream it at the same time.
Well,
no,
League of Legends
not in any way.
Doesn't have good,
really
high requirements. Here's a different question though, or a different argument with David instead.
You got 60 seconds before I got to jump on a work call.
Okay.
He's got work.
Well, this is at David anyway. But any technology is going to go out, so you could always play just wait for the next one, and then you're 20 years down the road waiting for the next one.
Yes, I agree.
So I don't quite.
But that's reinforced. That argument's reinforced by just the fact that everything is insanely expensive and hard to come by right now. So,
yeah, I just feel like I wouldn't want to make a decision about a purchasing decision right now because of just how crazy the world is.
But this seems like a good price for me right now. Okay.
Yeah, look, I'm not saying no to anything bad. It's your money, it's your decision. I would just hate for you to end up with a computer that you're like, oh my God, Dad's is so much better.
Yeah, Baz, everything in your list looks good. I might tweak the storage stuff a little bit.
Oh, please.
But,
okay, what would you tweak? Please give me a quick overrun.
But he's got to go to his meeting. He can do it later.
I gotta go to my meeting.
All right, Alan, thank you very much for dropping by. Alan,
I can help you tweak.
You're the best man.
I just want to say I'm probably not going to do the 80 cents a day.
Okay.
Thanks, Alan. We'll talk soon.
See ya.
Cheers. Ladies and gentlemen, Alan, what did you call him? Alan Malvito or something?
Malvitano. Yeah. Malvita. Yeah.
I get. Look, no, I totally get both sides of it. I ended up buying a laptop with a laptop version of a 2070 Super in it because I wanted something that I could use now. I was struggling to make the systems I had work. What I can do now is it means that my old laptop can just be, all it has to do is stream. That's it. I don't have to do anything else with it. So, but when it comes to playing Magic or playing with the any of the programming or any of that kind of stuff that I want to do, I can do it on my laptop now in a way that I couldn't before. So that was useful. But yeah, I also got it because there was a special on, and it was, it's a 2070 when everyone's looking for 30s, right?
Right. And this is for chat too. Don't pay any of these extortion.
Oh God,
people.
No.
Don't do that. I
Just
mean, if
pay
you're paying. Yeah.
Manufacturer's price. That's the only way to go.
If you can get it for manufacturers. There's a Linus Tech Tips. Have you ever heard of that?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He's out of Canada. He started a thing where he's accumulating cards and then reselling them at MSRP. And he won't. But you have to verify that you're a gamer, not a minor. And so you actually go on there and the games change, but you actually play games on there for a certain amount of time that a robot wouldn't be able to do. And and then you can get one. And he was going to buy eBay ones also, and lose money on it, but everybody called in and complained, or wrote in and complained, because that's just enforcing the bad behavior.
Right. People are still going to make them. Yeah. Let me jump in, Gimpy G, with a couple little thank yous here, because Norm is going to go to bed before he just tipped 200 bits and then went to bed. So thank you very much to Norm. Appreciate it. Hope to see you again.
I thought you were saying he tips $200, and I'm like, what?
No, 200 bits. 200 bits.
But that's good. That's good.
So James says he can stream and game with his 1660 Super, no problem. No freaking problem.
Well, I mean, we've all seen James stream. So
wait a second. Yeah, wait a second. Gimpy, you're not allowed in on this. You're not allowed in on this. You've got a freaking 3090. Gimpy G is not allowed to talk to my son about what computer he should buy.
Yeah. As long as he doesn't get a 390, I'm okay, because I'm very competitive.
My computer can record and play games at full speed. I don't really see a difference.
Right.
But I just want to say, when my dad comes to my PC, he's like, is something wrong with your PC? It's going 2 frames a second now. I'm like, this is my normal speed. This is when it goes fast.
Oh, that's interesting.
This feels like modern day abuse, really. I don't know what to tell you.
He's left me stranded with a 990.
Gimpy has champagne tastes and caviar dreams, right? Or what was that guy? Who's that guy? Champagne dreams and caviar, something like that.
Oh, Robin Leach.
Robin Leach, that's right.
My PC can run VR fine, so I don't think I need to change my card until the new real life game comes out. It's actually real life. You don't even need a headset. It's just life.
A 1050 is going for $529 right now.
See, that's crazy.
That seems nuts to me, and that's from
Don't
Newegg.
get ripped off on that.
Is that low or is that high?
No, that's high, because there's the manufacturer's retail suggested price. So that's the price that the manufacturer suggests that you pay for their products. Are of the new cards, the latest 30 series cards, are all around up to maybe 1,000. Or 1,200 or something, unless you get into the crazy ones. I think the 3090 is a bit more expensive, but the manufactured. Let's look it up. MSRP.
What's the difference between a 3080, 3060? They're only going up by 10.
Okay.
Why would the 3060 be $5 and then the other one is $10?
Well, there's different memory, and there's also
DRAM.
And I think is it different processors, a number of processors or whatever it is?
The number of cores and the number of threads in things like that. It's really quite a big jump from the 60 to the 3080.
And the 90 is insane, but the 90 doesn't help you much with gaming, I don't think.
It's only a 10%.
And Gimpy needs all the help he can get, so
I will never reveal my graphics card dealer.
It's your dad. Isn't it your dad? No, it's not?
My 1080 was a hand-me-down from my dad. I think before I was running a 720.
Okay.
That sounds so nefarious.
So the price, they're saying that the RTX 3060 Ti prices are MSRP around $399. So
I just want to say, before you say that's torture making me have a 720, I still use the Xbox, I never used the PC.
Oh, really?
I remember when me playing Roblox was a new invention. It's because I wasn't allowed to play Roblox after I almost bought Robux.
Mm-hmm.
And I almost used $5 from my dad, and my mom said no more Roblox.
Really?
But then she didn't know it was only $5. She thought it was 100 because I didn't specify.
Right.
All I did.
People try to shame your dad now with a 720. David should add more emotes, maybe a Stargate or a Wraith emote. I should Tweety Row. It's so true.
That was when my dad had a 1080. That was when my dad had a 1080, so he wasn't going to give me the newest thing for just me, who still uses a 720. He wasn't gonna give me like
Thank
a
you, Tweety
1080.
Row, by the way. Thank you very much, Tweety Row. I did
Pro
notice.
tip: just steal your parents' computer.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. Well, here's a question though. So if Baz, I have a couple of old graphics cards. What if I stuck an old graphics card in your system as well? No, I'm not saying instead. I'm just saying for the time being. Like, if you're gonna have to wait till June, I know you want a new PC, horrid bratlet. I'm just saying that if you're not going to be able to use it until what was that?
I was just saying that I've been saving for like the past 2 years on Twitch for it, so you can't say.
Right. It's it's interesting. I mean, look, it's interesting to know that James is having such a good time with his 1660 Ti, right? What did we decide those were going for now? Again, so yeah, man.
Did you know that they're refiring up factories to make the 1650s? I don't know that those aren't going to be bought out as well, but
are they? That was an interesting point, though. That did you understand that, Baz? The interesting point that Alan was making about the crypto mining is that as the requirements go up, those chips will drop in value, right? Those cards, people won't be buying those cards anymore because they're not getting enough ether out of them or whatever, right? So, yeah, but look at that. So a 1660 Ti right now is $899 plus
right,
100.
And you could have bought it new. When did those come out? Do you know, David? Like 3 years ago?
Oh my God, I mean, I honestly don't know.
Maybe 3. And so they're actually, I mean, like you just said, electronics drop in value. That's just the fact. You buy a TV, you get it in your house, it's worth not even half anymore. And then, but these guys somehow have driven up the price of old electronics to like 3 times original price.
Yeah,
incredible.
Well, look at this. Okay, so look at so. Oh, you want to go fancy with a GeForce GTX that has a unicorn vomit in on as well. $14.99 for 1660.
For what?
Now, keep in mind these are Canadian prices, so that's like $4 American. But it's yeah. But still, I mean, that seems like a crazy amount of. So you know what? I wonder what the card that I've got is. I think the card I've got might be a 1050. If you put a 1050 in Baz's computer for the time being.
I don't need an upgrade for the time being.
He's just trying to hook you up, buddy.
No. I'm sorry. That sounded really bad. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Come on, Baz. Jeez.
Bag of chips. Bag of chips is just mixing it up, stirring it up. Because then you know when you come to Little House in the Neighborhood tomorrow, it's just going to be a giant battle zone. Bag of Chips has been hanging at our place doing probably not a lot of work, I would guess. How much work are you getting done, Bag of Chips, in the old school times?
The right amount.
Well, he didn't know that we had a huge math assignment that I was working on throughout all of math.
There was a math assignment?
Yeah, that's what I was working on.
Yeah.
How much did you do, Chips?
Is that the one with all the animated characters?
Yes, how much did you do?
I did.
Which character were you working on, huh?
Man, see how fast they turn on each other? It's like rats in a sinking ship. They're gnawing away at each other.
I'm sorry, I'm too busy blowing up trucks with bombs to hear anything.
Yeah, and I'm too busy listening.
What are you playing right now? What's the game?
I'm playing War Thunder.
Oh, you're playing Warzone.
War Thunder.
What the hell's War Thunder?
It's like you can fight in tanks, planes, or battleships, and it's very much fun. But I'm going too fast.
Is it a Roblox game?
No, it's like an actual game.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? It's after 6. I should probably wrap up. So Gimpy G, what do I do about gaming? Do we just like if you're around, we'll play, or do you want to like schedule something for? What's my deal? So tomorrow I gotta go test again tomorrow, but that shouldn't take too crazy long. So maybe we'll do like. Do you want to stream a Magic game tomorrow?
Sure.
And if James wants to sort of drop in and say hi, he can give us some tips or
definitely we definitely need a supervisor. Really,
you can't play more than 2 people, I guess, right? You can't have like a game of 4 people or whatever. You can't do that.
I mean, maybe if we have split personalities.
Eventually, they must be able to do that, right? After 3 p.m., I've got a job interview. So do you have the job interview after 3 p.m. or have you got a job interview after 3 p.m.? David, I call winner. Jack of all nerds wants to take. Jack of all nerds is dying to get some magic and is dying to tear me to pieces on the field of combat.
Wait a minute, it's midnight where they're at?
Holy
smokes.
Oh, really? Elsa, what are you doing up? You should be going to bed by now, surely. All right, James, what's the I'm not going to ask you what the job is, but this is a local job, or is it a job that will take you further afield? Is it, how can we, I would love to, anyways, look, good luck with that. Good luck with that, James. That's, I look forward to hearing all about it.
Yeah,
while we play Magic the Gathering after 3 o'clock tomorrow.
We will be thinking about you if we think about it.
I will certainly be free. Oh, is it Magic has a multiplayer game Commander style for more than 2 players? Really? I didn't know that.
No way. I don't even understand the basic game, so it's going to be
even more complicated.
Maybe
we'll stick with Arena right now, because the other thing again is we got to keep in mind that we got to keep Gimpy G on his iPad, because once he's unleashed on the world of PC, we're all doomed.
It's over.
Basically,
it's over.
It's done.
There is a.
Speaking of which, clock. Where you at? Where you at with the renos?
Okay. I actually started to exert a little pressure, and that was a bad idea. So what we're looking at is my sister made a video of the room down there, and there's this. It's going to be like 3 weeks.
Right.
So.
Damn! I wish you were closer. I'm really good at demolition. I can't build anything, but I can demo.
That. It was fantastic.
My wife finally gave up, and I came home the other day, and our favorite contractor was here. He's like, "Hi." I'm like, "Hi." He goes, "Yes, so you got pretty far with that bathroom, huh?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I've been put to shame. What?
I think you did all the hard stuff, really, but whatever.
I love demoing. I got to say, there's nothing I enjoy more than
you just got to hit stuff with a hammer for like 5 hours, and then just.
God, it's so much fun. Except I'm getting a little bit better at it now. I take out,
and then he didn't build anything back.
I make less of a mess now. I try to contain it more.
Yeah, definitely.
But the best part was throwing stuff off the top balcony.
Do you have an older home or a newer home?
It's sort of an older home.
Older.
Yeah, it's older with I'm in the what would be quote unquote the new edition that's still 30 or 40 years old now. And it's freaking freezing, and that's why I'm wearing a hat and a sweatshirt and freezing to death down here.
Ours is from 56, and to get through the wall is incredible. It's got like a chicken wire up, and they actually put real plaster.
Oh, is it got the lathe and stuff?
Yep, and shiplap or whatever the hell that is.
Oh God, that stuff is wretched. Yeah.
So I mean, they're gonna have to bring in heavy equipment to get through these babies. But we are in a tornado zone, so
it might just get taken out for you.
So there you go.
Wait a second, what about one of those little eco home offices or something, where you have your own little place, you could have have you seen those where it's basically like a garage on stilts that has a couple of glass walls and stuff, and you could just sort of set them up as your own office?
Oh, I'm hooked up like that. It's just that my smart guy room is completely usurped right now. It's got all of my sister's stuff,
right?
Because they had to run over.
Right, of course.
It was an emergency, and now it's. Well, we'll get it. I just got to be patient. But I really look forward to playing with you, David. That'd be great.
Well, we're
going to stream it too.
We'll get some Gimpy G. Cool. We'll just get some Gimpy G gaming thing happening. Tweety Row, you're nuts with these bits. Thank you so much.
Maybe when my new PC comes, we could play as well.
And you can play too, Baz. Soon we're all going to be playing together. Well, eventually, I want to go and I want to actually go and geek out with some actual hardware stuff with Gimpy G at some point. I should be able to go and configure some new, I don't know, test out some new tech stuff. Although by then we're going to be so famous as esports gamers.
It's going to be fantastic.
It's true. The empire begins at that point, right? Really. I like the face bandits. Although then it's it's game bandits, tech bandits. Now I feel like we also need to start we got to get the Gamey G, the Gimpy G gaming network.
See, I thought of that Gimpy G and the G spots, but that doesn't work. So we'll do something else.
It does raise some concerns from a tech bandit standpoint.
Just it just has layers, so we can't do that.
What could you? All right, people should just like thank you,
Brainstorm.
Yeah. I'll be waiting for the Game Bandits Twitch takeover. Indeed, Hobo Yams is waiting for the Game Bandits Twitch takeover. What could it be? Yeah, no. I suddenly went like, well, is there something? Could you assistive? Could it be the ass band? No, can't. It's not going to work.
Colorado.
That's not gonna. Yeah, because I think the ass bandits is probably a bad idea for the assistive bandits. Baz, you didn't hear that. Bag of chips. You're banned from this channel.
Okay.
All right, I got to get out of here.
Okay, everybody. This was wonderful, and I appreciate it. Baz, you're the best. Chips, you're the best. Noodles is really mean, but she's awesome.
It's true. It's true.
Is Vip here?
Yes, I am here.
Bye, buddy. I hope you have fun today.
Yeah, look at crypto stuff. If you're instead of trying to mine crypto, if you're only going to make 80 cents a day, have a look and see what tools there are out there that you can use to your evil purposes and make money using the tools or creating your own tools or stuff. Because I think you probably make more money selling people info and stuff about crypto than you would making crypto, trying to mine it or buy it right now. You know what I mean? You could start like a I don't know, like a kids crypto pool or something where you just get people to, or I don't know, or an index or something. I don't know. To have a look at what's out there, because there's some really neat stuff out there. You can also, like, people are making money selling, you know, these NFTs now as well, right? These non-fungible tokens, which are basically crypto collectibles, if that makes sense. So, and I think, you know what? I think you would like that stuff too, Wolf Pup. Given how much Twitch programming. What am I saying?
Scratch.
Given your Scratch programming background, it'd be interesting. I wonder if does anyone know if there's any crypto connections for Scratch? I bet you there are.
Oh, we started doing Scratch in school. We're having people that code for their living to come in for a class.
We're like real programmers?
Yeah.
They're going to leave the house?
No, I don't go to real school.
Ah, so you'll see them online.
Yeah, so they're coming into our meet and
right.
Going, like, we're joining their meet, and then they're going to teach us about coding.
That's very cool. Well, I'll be curious to know what you think of that, because it's funny. So Patty Key or Pataki, I was saying that crypto is just an energy sink. There's no way to make money in this by mining, just by speculating and trading it. Except that I would argue that crypto has also got these really cool things called smart contracts, right? Where like, for example, if you're an artist and you sell one of your digital artworks, you get
come back in.
You can have a piece of every transaction that's ever made with that artwork, right? So the original artist can make money when other people are making their huge amounts of money buying and selling their one digital copy of it. And I also think there's a lot of tools out there that this could be used for. For example, this library, this LBRY thing, is something else. I'll give you a link to that, because that's something else that I'm quite excited about on Odyssey.
While you're looking stuff up, David, they're doing something I find real fishy. Like all these expensive trading cards, they're selling portions of them, or like stock. So you can buy $10 worth of a $300,000 Charizard card.
Yeah, how weird is that?
Wait, that doesn't make any sense as an investment, because how do you liquidate? Do you all have to vote and agree, or?
I guess you hope to be able to sell that portion of it, right?
I know how I'm going to. I sell my gameplay online for YouTubers to take as their own.
You sell you what?
I sell my gameplay for YouTubers to take and say, like, yes, I did this. I am gamer.
I don't know how that would work. It might. I'm not saying it wouldn't, but
that was a joke. Just
okay, all right.
I wouldn't want to do that, because I wouldn't want. Because it would be awkward if that got out, being like, yeah, this kid plays for this like 40-year-old streamer.
Right?
Yeah.
Who's the 40-year-old
Or
streamer?
50-year-old streamer.
I was going to say, thank you. I that's very flattering of you.
Oh no, I wasn't talking that to you. I'm talking just some random 40-year-old streamer
Right.
on the internet wanting to buy my game.
Well, but that's interesting though, because one of the things I actually looked into was I thought, could I sell an NFT, like a non-fungible token of each episode of Tech Bandits, so that so there would be like, maybe you sold like, maybe each one was divided into like, let's say 100 little tokens, and so 100 people could own a portion of every show that there's a potential to own a 100th of the show between whoever type thing. And it would be like, it's a collectible. It's a way of supporting Tech Bandits, but you'd also have, if I suddenly became crazy famous when they launched the new Stargate McKay, and all of a sudden they're worth more, then people can speculate on it and can make money on it or whatever. But more than likely, they'd just be helping out Tech Bandits. But I just thought that maybe that was a neat way of approaching it. And I also wondered about sorry, go Gimpy G. Sorry, I'm just pontificating.
No. I agree with you. That for a charity, I just didn't get the breaking it up as an investment or something. That seemed odd.
I think the idea is, if you want to look at it as if you want to be nice about it, if you want to try to come up with a nice way of the reason why for doing that, I would say it's that they're trying to democratize the ownership of these things, where not everyone can afford to drop $160,000 or $190,000 on a black what's it called, the Black Lotus Magic the Gathering card.
It's so fun. It's such a funny card. And
right.
By turn 4, you're able to make 7 more mana every turn.
Am I going to be 53 this month? Is that right? I'm not turning 52. I'm turning 53.
Yeah, I didn't want to tell you.
I feel like I lost a year somewhere. Oh, I think we all did.
COVID.
I think we all did. And I'm about to lose another year. I got to go.
Okay.
All right, everybody.
Okay.
Who am I streaming? Who am I? Gimpy G's here. Who we doing?
Hot dog.
Yeah, whoever. I haven't seen anybody today.
Yes,
So
I
you-
have an
you do what you
idea.
got.
All right, who we got? I'm looking at who's live right now. Who's live? Oh, Amelia's alive. Let's get Amelia, because I think people will like Amelia's stuff.
I was going to say Fable Mate.
Who's that?
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Is playing hot dogs. Somehow, or I think he is.
I have a feeling that the Tech Bandits viewers will probably enjoy Amelia just because she builds things that include Stargate things. So I think they'll get more of it. And also I really like to support her because she's just lovely and smart. So I think I'm going to go with her. Why don't we let you be the first person we see streaming the hot dogs versus hand grenades or whatever it is? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guessed when I set it up I could play it in the Discord because I'm not 13. Actually, I take that back. I am 13.
Yeah, wait a second. Are you not allowed to then?
I'm not allowed to.
Technically, you're not allowed to. Oops.
Yeah.
What did that do? What did I just do? Oh, what have I done? Oh, I've gone full screen. I see what's going on. All right. I keep screwing up this. I'm going to just copy this. There we go. There we go then.
I'm probably going to be very bad at the game. It's because apparently you're supposed to be able to do like flippy reloads, like flip the mag and shove it in the gun.
Right.
Like
you're supposed to be able to do fancy things like that?
Just really know how to play the game, but I had lots of trouble with Rec Room.
What's Rec Room?
It's like this free thing. It's like Roblox, but VR.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
Can...
All right, Vibe, I'm going to do the raid, and I'm going to say goodbye, and then I'm going to flee to the real world where I shall make dinner. All right, dude?
I guess I should go have my hamburger.
You got a hamburger?
Yes.
Oh, man. I want a hamburger.
We need to warm it up. It's because my parents were making hamburgers, but then I'm like, can I do Tech Bandits? And
I
they
can't
said
talk
yes.
now. Doing Tech Bandits. Eat later.
I really want to play Hot Dogs, Horseshoes, and Hand Grenades. It looks really fun.
Have you not played it?
No.
Oh, I thought you've played it. Oh, you've just been watching people play it.
It looks really fun because you like flip the gun, you put it in the mag, and then like there's these wacky guns. Like there's one where you can suck up the hot dogs and shoot them out at other people. And then there's one where like you can kill them with bananas. Like if you find a banana, you can threaten them enough with the banana. They just say, I'm out, and then they explode.
Banana. All right, get out of here. I'm done. We're going to talk tomorrow. We will no tomorrow. Probably Thursday.
Tomorrow's Wednesday.
Tomorrow's Wednesday. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Probably not. Probably Thursday more likely. Although Thursday. Oh my! I film on Friday, so it might be an early. We'll figure something out. But next Game Bandits. Get yourself sorted out, and then if you can stream it to the if you can stream it to Discord, then I can show it. I can show it in a little window if you want.
I probably will be able to like have my headset on over my what's it called? My headset?
Your headset over your headset?
Yeah, my headset over my VR headset.
Really?
Yeah, because you can get stealth guns and you can legit play Rainbow Six Siege, but kill hot dogs.
Oh, I just hit raid. We're raiding.
Oh.
We're going. Nope, sorry. I didn't mean to. I literally just clicked the return button by accident. But now I'm going to, but it's okay. I don't have to actually let them go yet. Look, everybody, be safe, be kind, be brilliant. Till we geek again, I will say cheerio and huzzah! And
the letter
Wolfpup,
of the day
talk to you soon.
is B.
Letter?
The letter of the day is B. It's because it's
Burger.
the first letter for boom.
Or burger.
Boom.
All right, going. Bye. Here we go. We are raiding. The raid is on. The raid is on. Here we go. Can I hear what's going on?
We did it.
Nice. Haha.
They're playing at 40 FPS. I have eyes. And the thing that I need to do next to be able to play is I need to figure out how to get the... No, because that's plugged into my computer, which then that's plugged into my surge protector. And then that is also put into my computer. So then I think all I need to do is plug the other thing over there.
Once you've got that sorted.
Yeah, all I need to do is ask my dad if we can get, well, it might be like 2 days. Because we need to firstly get the thing to take the, so we can have the airbrush and the
right. The split, like like you need like a power bar.
Yeah. Because right now
I gotta run, buddy. I gotta run.
Okay.
Sorry. I gotta go. Otherwise, I'm gonna be way behind. But we'll talk soon. Good luck with it. Let me know how it goes.
Talk soon.
All right. Cheers, man.
Oh yeah, thanks for the pen tester lab. I haven't tried it out yet, but I made the account.
Yeah. You shouldn't have to pay for anything. It's free.
Yeah, I didn't have to.
Okay, good.
Pay for anything.
All right, good. You may want to tell Jeffrey how to do it because Jefferson how to do it because
How did you get it for free?
I know. I got it for free because there was another nerd doing the same kind of thing in Australia, and he had this access to it. So he said, "Yeah, here, have a few like free accounts."
Oh, because I made my account, and now all I have to do is start it. I haven't done anything.
Well, and you'll see. I mean, you may love it. You may be like, I don't know. But I'll tell you though, it's just kind of neat learning it's pretty arcane stuff, like how to get into these computers. All right. Okay. I got to go. You're too darn interesting. All right. See you. Bye. Bye.
See ya.
Hey, buddy. How are you? What are you thinking of getting? There is it. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, try that again. And what would you get? Oh yeah, you were talking about that before. That you do that to celebrate getting silver, maybe. Go for it. All right, I love you, buddy. Hey, buddy. Yes. Oh, am I? I always do that. Thank you very much. So good night, everybody.